All right, I sound just fine. Good, good. So thank you for joining us on the live stream tonight. We're going to talk about the election. And I'm not going to talk about the election by myself tonight. Tonight, we're going to have on one of the hosts here that one of y'all favorite hosts. You know, I know everybody, you love everybody, right? But definitely you love Sister Demetria. So I see her down there. Let me cue her in because I know she's, definitely more important than I am. I know you want to hear what she got to say more than me. So let me cue her in. All right, Sister Demetria, how you doing?
I am doing well. How about you?
I'm doing well this evening. It's all right. Have you been looking at some of those results?
I have. Yes, I have.
All right, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to take too long to talk about these results, but before we get into that, maybe somebody new that may just be stumbling upon our channel tonight for the first time, say, "Hey, what are these black people talking about?" Let's go with Sister Demetria first. Demetria, introduce yourself to the people that may be new that just showed up on the stream, never been here before.
So I am Demetria K of the Demetria K Show here on YouTube. Also, as you guys hear me say all the time, a very proud contributor of the African Diaspora News Channel as well. I focus on promoting Black love, knowledge, and understanding of all things that go on in the Black community to make us an even better people, with the emphasis on even, because we are great people, but we can always strive to do better. So that's just a little bit.
All right, most people, it may be new here. My name is Philip Scott. I am the I don't know, what am I? I guess I'm just the jack of all trades here. I just go along to get along with everybody. That's all I do. Maybe I have a little pushback on some things people say, but it's all in love, right? It's all in love. So I do ruffle feathers. That's part of my job. I do piss people off. That's part of my job. But it's a strategy to what I do. I want to make you better. That's all I want to do. I want to wake people up. My strategy, if you do not know, is to Black people globally. I'm not seeking to cross over. I'm not seeking to what's the other word they use, Sister Demetria, when you're trying to get in with the folks? What's the other word they use?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I know they call it crossover, going mainstream. I don't know. My motto has been, if I can
Global.
just reach the billions of Black people in the world, I'm okay, because we are the culture. I don't have to go reach out to nobody else who aren't the culture. They could come over here, Sister Demetria, but I don't have to go nowhere else. So I'm good. If I can just corner the market with Black people, I don't have to do nothing else. So tonight we're discussing the midterms. Those of you who have been coming here, even some of my detractors that like to sniff the Elmer's glue in the back of the class, we watching you too. Sister Demetria, they saying I'm still waiting on my check from the RNC, Sister Demetria. I'm still waiting.
I just find that really strange, that just because you don't agree with the Democratic Party, that you must be a Republican. They call that a false dichotomy or a false dilemma, in that you have to, if you're not this, you must be the other. It's like, well, why can't I be neither? Why can't I just be questioning and wondering and asking questions, and going with the candidate or the policies that best suit me and my people?
Correct. Me as a Black man, I think, this morning I covered on the podcast, I was very offended about what Stacey Abrams and sister girl Keisha Lance Bottoms had to say about Black men. Basically, we can't think for ourselves. It's just misinformation, right? And only Black men are targeted with misinformation, not white men, not Latino men, not Asian men, not Native American men, not Arab men, not East Indian men. Only Black men are targeted for disinformation. So my question is to you, Sister Meach, before we get to these results, why is it, if Black people supposedly 13% of the population, or 14%, whatever number you want to go with, why are they so heavily invested into the Black vote, like the Asians on here, the Latinos? You remember when Joe Biden said, it's not, you have more Latinos here than you guys, and you have to work with the Hispanics if you want something. But when it's time to vote, we don't have to work with the Hispanics. I mean, what's going on with that?
Well, they haven't really gotten the Hispanics on board just yet. So they're working on them. And as we've seen, Hispanics, once they get over here, they're like, okay, we like some Democratic stuff, but we are traditionally conservative. So a lot of them are starting to lean conservative. So that hasn't really solidified for the Democrats just yet. But Black people, let's just call it what it is. We are the sure thing as of lately, but now we're starting to see more and more Black people shift to what maybe the Republicans or, something else. They said, I believe in Georgia, in regards to Warnock and Walker, that 11% more of Black men actually went over to Walker. So that's what they're starting to see. So that's why they're focused more on Black people, because well, we have y'all, but we don't want to lose y'all. So, and it can't win without us.
Interesting, but yet they don't do nothing for us. They come on out here to vote, Black people. Oh, let's Black voters matter. We got to get out there and get you to the polls. And then when we go to the polls, then we look up and see an Asian hate crime bill. We go to the polls and then we see Haitians being gaffled up, looking like something from slavery. But other people aren't gaffled up that way. They say, come on in. We got a job for you. You understand? I mean, that's the different things that we see or get propagandized when we go to the polls, that we are the purveyors of Asian hate, even though no Black person shot up in an Asian massage parlor. No Black person is doing no mass anything to an Asian person. The majority of people that attacked Asians in that time period, if you do the research, are white supremacists, not Black people. But they want to focus on the few Black people that did something, who was mentally ill, who don't represent the majority of the Black community. It was the left-wing media that propagandized Black people, Black men in particular. And so this is part of that as well.
Oh, absolutely.
So let's get down here, Sister Demetria, real quick. We're gonna put up on the screen. I don't know, can you see the screen?
Yes.
All right. So this is something that's being uploaded, every few seconds. And let me go up here. They talking about in the Senate, they still getting their races done. Now down here in Texas, Greg Abbott is literally kicking O'Rourke's butt. Now I know you're not too much of a fan of Greg Abbott. I know that. We go to Georgia. I mean, do we just need to go ahead on and almost call the election for Governor Kemp, Sister Demetria?
Yes, it's not looking too good for Miss Abrams there.
No, but I guess but see, this what you get for not having an agenda for Black people or Black men or disrespecting Black men, Stacey. See, this is what you get right here. Okay. Pennsylvania, they talking about the governor here. It looks like Shapiro may get it. Well, it's only 42% in, and then you got Kansas, which we wasn't paying attention to all these different races here. Governor. Oh wow. That lady that what's her name? Is it Christy or Krista Lake?
Carrie Lake.
Carrie Lake. Okay, she getting her butt whipped. Big time. Michigan, Whitmer, she's ahead. All right, let's see. California, well, your home state. Nothing has come in over there as of yet. Okay, so let's go down to the main one that a lot of you want to find out about. All right, Herschel Walker. He's up 49.3%, and Warnock 48.8% with 67% of the vote coming in so far. What do you think has caused Herschel Walker to surpass Warnock?
Well, I definitely think it's that 11% of Black men that have left the Democratic Party. Actually, they said 11% less men that voted for Stacey. Actually, not Stacey. I'm sorry. Yeah, for Stacey, even though she was running for the governor, they actually shifted over in regards to going to the Republicans, and so that kind of is helping Herschel Walker, and also just really discounting Black men. Because I believe that Black men, and they said I think about maybe 4% of Black women that were Democrats actually went over to Herschel. So I think for Black men, it's just really discounting Black men because, they've been running around. And I even heard Donna Brazile on ABC today talking about, well, Black women, basically showed up again, for candidates and stuff like that. So you have those tropes, and Black women, they're more or less like the ones that are leaving. Well, what are we really getting? What are we really getting for continuing to vote for the Democrats? So, and they showed up, Biden, Kamala, and a whole bunch of people showed up in Georgia. Remember, what was it, 2020 in line and said, y'all getting $2,000 checks. And then when they got in, they said, oh, did we say 2,000? Oh, we meant 1,400 because Trump gave y'all 6. So.
Yeah. They played that bait and switch on black people. And then check this out, Sister Demetria. If you filed your taxes, and those of you in the chat can verify this, oh, there wasn't no free money. That was a kicker to it.
Yeah, you had to, declare them on your taxes, so it wasn't totally free. I mean, if you didn't get it, I guess they gave it to you, but then if you got it, then they counted that as well. So it wasn't like you were getting any extra money. I guess if you that you would have, from what I understand. I'm not a tax expert, so don't quote me.
Okay, Sister Demetria. Uh-oh. Now you see, y'all done got me going now, Sister Demetria. So here we go. All right. There's a comment down there, Sister Demetria, and it says, bruh, y'all want chaos to happen, Sister Demetria. Shall I respond or shall you respond?
Well, you let me know.
How about you respond first and I'll follow you? Ladies first.
Well, I would like to know, and I didn't see the comment, what do they mean by chaos? Like, what does that mean? Is it because I need to have a little bit more background to that comment before I respond, because that could mean anything.
I don't need no background. I take it at face value. Yes, I want chaos to happen. Yes. I'm acting like the Scarlet Witch tonight. I'm using chaos magic. That's what I'm doing. I want chaos because chaos brings the best out of black folk. Yes, that's what I want. Bring it on. You know, because some of these people think I'm that type of guy. Oh my God, I'm afraid. No, bring it on. Because I'm so sick and tired of black folks with that fear. I'm like, doggone it. We come from a great stock of people, Sister Demetria. People that fought and faced death constantly. And these today, oh my God, I'm so scared. Jesus, what's going to happen to me?
Yeah, and like you said, chaos does wake black people up. And Farrakhan said it best when Trump was running. He says, I think it's going to take a Trump presidency to wake black people up. Because, the left has been and still telling us that Trump is the boogeyman. Oh, he's the boogeyman. And, oh, y'all going to be back on the plantation and all this other stuff. But it's like, I think we need somebody like Trump. Not that I'm a Trump fan. I'm going to just keep it real. But we knew that the Democrats were going to rock us back to sleep. And that's what they did.
Exactly. And somebody leaving in the chat about your boy Roland, they say he's over there raging right now. Oh my God, Roland, if you're listening, Roland, they about to cut your money out, dog. You didn't bring that black vote in, Roland. Oh, you fair Roland and white folk about to cut you off, man. Oh, I know you don't like it. I know you don't like it, Roland. You need to convert over here, Roland. Walk away from that Democrat Party, brother, and just go ahead and come on, convert over here and fight for your people for real. If you fight for your people for real, Roland, they'll support you, Roland. Come on, Roland. Come on over here with your people, Roland. Because they're going to take your money just like they sit up there and took that job away from your homegirl, Tiffany. Then I saw that tweet, Roland. Somebody told you that why don't you hire your homegirl, Roland? Tiffany, bring her to the Black Star Network. What you talking about? Give some money from white folks. Boy, Roland, you something else. Woo, that Roland, you're not a friend, Roland. You're not a friend.
Yeah, I mean, with Roland, I mean, I would understand. I guess I can understand why he's mad because, like you said, he was supposed to deliver the black vote. But then, as they say, the new black media or new thought processes in the black media space came about and started waking people up and saying, hey, we don't have to vote blue no matter who. Why would you continue to vote for something or somebody that does absolutely nothing for you? So when we started to bring that thought process in there, it started to foil his plan. The other thing is Roland is very crass in his delivery with black people. I mean, y'all seen, he's called me everything but a child of God on Twitter. And it's like, wow, that's how you talking to people? So you cannot be cantankerous when you're talking to people, and then what you end up doing is alienating people, and then it's going to be harder for you to sell that talking point. And is it a bad thing that Black people are waking up? I don't understand why he's mad about that. I mean, other than it's cutting his bag off.
Oh yeah. Them folks, because it's like this. What good are you? You can't deliver the vote for Black people. Let's put that back up on the screen real quick, Sister Demetria. See, this is what Roland is raging about right here. This Walker election. That's what he's raging about. He's raging about this. Where we at? This Georgia election. That was the main one. If he didn't do anything, Sister Demetria, he was supposed to live up Black folks for that state. With a lot of Black folk, and Roland has failed miserably. See, Roland did not even see the video. He saw it. Let me not saying that. Do you remember the video where Governor Kemp went over there to that all Black boys school? Did you see that video?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Did Stacey Abrams go there?
Not that I know of.
Okay. You don't let a Republican show you up. The day he went, you should have been there the next day, Stacey. She didn't even go. But because it was King Randall and they don't like him, like I said, listen, you can disagree with the brother all day long. But if he's helping out some Black boys, then let him do what he got to do. I don't agree with everybody in the Black community. But in my position, I understand we got people in the Democrat Party that we're going to have to work with, Republican Party, religion, no religion, whatever a person's sexuality may be, what their gender may be, whatever the case may be, we got to work with everybody in the community as long as they're on code, right? But that I don't want to fool with you because you don't agree with my political ideology, that's the problem. And that's what Governor Kemp showed them, is that how you let that man go to all Black boys school, but you can't go.
Absolutely. And the Democrats, they just think, well, because we're Democrats, y'all supposed to just vote for us. It don't matter what we say. It doesn't matter what we do. Black people, you are supposed to be loyal to a fault. And like you said, I mean, Governor Kemp is going to spaces where she should have been going. Dr. Claude Anderson talks about it a lot, saying we are the only group of people that votes as a block against our better interests. And so, to your point, we're supposed to be voting for different things and people that's going to help us get what we need. But that all blue, no matter who, that's played out now. And, Roland Martin should wise up. And I hate to say this, and I don't want to be morbid, but the people that are listening to him predominantly, they probably ain't going to be here in, 10, 15 years or so. A lot of them. I just want to put it like that.
Yeah. Oh, so y'all say your boys in Georgia right now? Oh yeah, Stacey getting cooked. Oh man, she's not getting cooked. She getting barbecued, Texas barbecued. Man, Stacey. But see, she knew she was getting barbecued, right? She knew that. That's why she already said, well, Black men, they ain't show up for me because of misinformation. They already knew. I told y'all she was laying up the message. But I saw Brother Donovan down there. Let me see. Brother Donovan, if you want to come up, let me put this in the chat. And I don't mind somebody coming up and talking with us, but if you come on up here, I'm gonna tell you right now, you have to be on camera. Man, boy, that chat is flying. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let me slow this chat down. This thing is flying like crazy. Well, let's see if I can go to, okay, there we go. It's kind of slowing down a little bit. Hold on. Let's see if I can put this at the top. If you want to come up and have a conversation about, on the election only, nothing else, then you can go ahead and come on up, Brother Donovan, but you got to be on camera, whoever you are. You got to be on camera. Show up with your clothes on. Ladies, don't show up in your bonnets. People see this stuff all over the world. Bonnets should be only for your home only. Thank you. But yeah, the link is down there. And y'all can come on up. Let's have this conversation. All right, who is that? I see somebody down there, Sister Demetria. Let me do this a different way. Well, they disappeared. All right, but we'll check periodically. Yeah, but Donovan, if you get on, Donovan, come on. Let's holler at you.
Yeah, hopefully he does come on. Donovan is my partner in crime on the Demetria K show. Very insightful about politics. So hopefully he will show up. But yeah, I mean, I think Stacey kind of already knew, like you said, that she was going to lose. Maybe she was hoping something else would happen, because I think they said she only lost last time by 50,000 votes or something like that. And so they said if more black men, this is how they was putting it on black men, if more black men showed up in, the last time was 2018, then she possibly could have won. And so I just don't see how you run around talking about the black woman is the backbone of the Democratic Party, but then you leave the black man out because the black man wasn't that far behind the black woman in regards to votes. So I just think they played their hand and they lost.
Yeah. So y'all giving me reports of your boy. I hope he don't have a heart attack over there. Lord, pray for Roland. Pray for him, cause oh Lord, I know he's gonna be cussing from one end to another. It's sad that you gotta get your bag from delivering black people up. It is so sad. It's sad. That's why I never wanted that business strategy. I said, look, I'm just gonna go with the people. I know that's a long way. It's gonna take a little bit longer, but hey, that's fine. And also about the rally for reparations, I'm going to make a whole video about that and everything, because people was asking me, hey, y'all talk about that? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna talk about it. I got it actually on my list over here, and we definitely gonna talk about that. That's for sure. Well.
And I want to say this, because I know some people, who are truly staunch Democrats. And I think, I'll be honest with you, I was a Democrat back in the day, so I'm not going to sit up here and lie and kick it to y'all. But I want people to know this is not about us gloating per se, just out of fun. I think it's more or less like, wow, black people really are waking up. And a lot of more black people are saying, you know what? We matter too. We should get something for the vote. And if it's going to take the Democrats to get up out those seats before they realize they cannot take for granted their largest group of voters, then so be it. Hey, Donovan.
Hey. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me there?
Yeah, we hear you, brother. You boy, you looking like a whole newscast.
Yes. It's going to be a historic night tonight. The Democrats, it's predicted that they will be losing significant amount of seats. But here's my question for you, Brother Phil, and even Demetra. Last election cycle, Nancy Pelosi said that she was not going to run for leadership of the Democratic Party. As you guys know, I'm known nationally as the recovering Democrat. I'm a recovering Democrat. A lot of y'all should be recovering Democrats. Now, the leadership in the Democratic Party is, let me say this to be respectful, baby boomer age, if not older. If the Democrats lose the House, who do you guys think is going to be next in leadership, or will Nancy Pelosi and the same leadership hold the leadership within the Democratic Party?
Demetri, you want to go first?
I personally don't see Nancy Pelosi giving up the seat. I mean, because we've heard her say time and time again, oh, I'm not going for it again. This is my last time. And then what does she do? There she is. Unfortunately, a lot of the people that sit in Congress, they're up there. They're pretty seasoned. And so we're seeing, as of, in the last couple of years, a lot of them are just dying literally on the seat. And so I can't even think of anybody else that would or could do it, because she's not going to give it up. She's just not.
Yeah, well, let me respond to that. Life is going to happen to Nancy too, like anybody else, right? So I tell people, if you keep on the march, right? It's not going to be a sprint. It's going to be a marathon. It's going to take actually a few election cycles, but by 2030, that's going to be the prime time, because these people are geriatric. I mean, we just have to admit that they're geriatric, and I think we need age limits on certain things, because I'm sorry. I mean, let some new ideas come in. Listen, I don't want to be doing the same thing I'm doing today forever. I think I need to build myself up enough, pass this on down to somebody else younger. And, hey, you do that thing. I need to transition to something else. I don't want to be doing all that hard work. You know what I'm saying? Why? Let them young people stress out about the world and come up with ideas for the economy. Why do you want to stay in those positions? I never get that, but they do say power corrupts, and so you can't believe nothing these politicians say. This is the thing with politicians. I'll see it, then I'll believe it. If I hear it, I don't believe it. It's just that simple, because all of them freaking lie. And why they hate social media so much is that we could have a historical record of every lie they told. We could make a YouTube video, a 5-minute video, and show 20 lies. That's what they don't like about us today. This is why they're so pissed off at Elon Musk about Twitter right now. It's because they depend on platforms suppressing certain narratives, right? And I don't know, Dimitri, have you noticed, but ever since Elon Musk took over Twitter, I have been getting more engagement. I've been getting more follows, more shares, more likes. The moment that man took over, have you noticed that, Dimitri, on yours?
Yes, I've noticed it significantly. I have it. I don't know if y'all saw yesterday. Y'all know the comedian Kathy Griffin. He suspended her account permanently.
He did.
Yeah, because he said he didn't want no parody accounts. And then I don't know why she thought he was playing. She changed her Twitter name to Elon Musk. And he said he suspended her because I said no parody. You know, you have to say it was parody, but she didn't. And then somebody said something. He says, well, I actually suspended her for impersonating a comedian or something.
But did you hear what else he said to her back, or she came back on Twitter underneath her dead mama's account? Did you hear what he said to her?
I didn't hear what he said, but I heard.
Well, he said, well, see, I'm back. I'm gonna need this account, this and that. And then he said, if you want your account back, I'll give it back for $8 a month. I started laughing. He's serious about the $8 a month. Y'all not getting around. Listen, I already was paying for Twitter Blue. So I don't care about $8 a month. I don't care if it was $20 a month. Whatever. Because they pissed off about the verification thing that he want to do. Basically, if you pay, you can be verified. Oh, they pissed off about the Democrats. Oh my God, no. Why everybody get to be verified? It's supposed to be only us.
But, you know, in regards to this election tonight, though, a lot of people are going to be surprised at the turnout. I mean, there's only 24 seats, I believe, that the House is going to switch. And then there's only 5, I think, in the Senate that's up. And it's as much as Demetra and I talk, and you, Brother Phil, and other platforms out there that keep talking about we need to vote our own interests and doing those things, we still have this older generation of people that will still sit up there and argue with you. A good example is when we was on the Demetra K show Sunday, and you know, I put out a material fact in regards to, you know, what has the Democrats done in so many years and what has Obama done specifically. And they come back with the same old talking points in regards to this everybody genre. And I don't understand what they don't understand about when we're included in everybody in the brown and black coalition. There is no such thing. There's never been such a thing. And here in Los Angeles, as you know, Latino council members were caught on mic espousing exactly how they feel about Black people. And the whole thing was about taking resources from Black people. So, you know.
And what political party were they a part of?
The Democratic Party.
Okay. All right. Just checking.
Yeah, hardcore Democrats there. So, I mean, you know, I really do hope that this election really starts waking people up and getting them into recovery like I have been in, because, you know, I was born a Democrat. I was raised a Democrat. And then when I really started thinking about it, and I said, why do I keep voting for my own oppression? That's when I kind of realized that just like somebody who's in recovery, you want to take that drug or you want to take that pill or whatever you're addicted to, but you know it's not good for you. So sometimes it's better just to go cold turkey and just leave it alone altogether. So I became an independent, and my eyes have been open ever since. And I hope this election will open up a lot more people's eyes, because the bottom line here, what people are not realizing, 50% of all, if the Democrats really want to win, if they really wanted to win, all they have to do is deliver the tangibles. And they haven't done that. So that goes to show you these parties are the same bird, two different wings. Hey, you could have power for a little while. I could have power for a little while. And that's why they don't want the rise of a third party, because then this ping pong game will not work. So, you know, I really do hope this wakes up a lot of people. And go Herschel, run, That's what I got to say in Georgia.
Right. Let's let our brother up here. Tom, what's going on, brother?
How's it going, brother?
I'm good. What's on your mind about the election tonight as a Black man?
I am so happy because I've been watching you, and I heard you say I'm gonna celebrate when they lose because we have got nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm 51 years old and my family was Democrats and we have got nothing. Absolutely nothing. And by the way, sister, we need like 2 million more of you in this society because we have lost so much and we gained nothing. We voted him in. He said he was going to do this, do that. He did nothing. I did what you said, and you said either you vote or you don't. I chose not to.
Okay.
I walked away from it because I'm not winning. I'm standing in the line to get nothing. So this is not something
Well, let me
against
ask you a
anybody.
question, brother. Let me ask you a question since you just said that. Did you do that because you were targeted with misinformation?
No, absolutely not.
Really?
I'm very smart, very wise.
You're really smart?
I'm very smart, very wise. I know when people are trying to pull a sheet over my head and say, "Hey, go through this door," but that door might be a dead trap. We
Well,
get
according to Stacey Abrams and sister girl Keisha Lance Bottoms, you were targeted with misinformation, so you didn't know what you was doing.
both of them are lost. They don't even understand black men.
And Stacey lost.
They don't
Wow.
understand black men. They do not understand us at all. They keep trying to put us down in the dirt. They want to keep us at the bottom. We don't have a real voice. The women run out here. They say whatever they want to say. They don't be real women. The Democrats support that. I'm not supporting that. Like I've been following you for a long time. And like you said, this abortion thing, LGBT, everybody gets everything, but black people don't get nothing. We have got absolutely zero.
Yeah, bro. See, for a long time, they have been telling black men, you need to step up and you need to lead the community. Lead. Well, you know what? Black men are finally taking a stand and say, especially politically, enough is enough. We sick of this mess. We're going to take a lead and we're going to lead with our feet because that's been our problem forever. As black men, we have dropped the ball politically. We have not taken the lead. We let a bunch of boule, shucking and jiving, bootlick raccoons sit up here and get in positions and drive our community to the ground with the white supremacists on the left wing. Because the majority of men in this country, let's call it what it is, you blue collar worker, some of you may be white collar, but the majority is blue collar, everyday workers, everyday people. They're not part of no boule. And I'm glad people like Roland Martin right now is raging. I'm so happy from the reports I'm getting.
I'm so glad Roland hurt. Because sometimes you got to watch the devil just to see what's coming.
Oh, brother, let me drop you down because yes, this fella that's gonna come up here. Let me let him say something for 2 minutes.
Okay? Thank you for letting me in.
Okay, thank you. Hello, sir.
Hello.
So I saw you in the chat, and because it's my job to see everything, I did see the thumbnail, how you altered my picture and all of that. So so you already know what I'm on when you come up here. So what's on your mind?
I just want you to admit that you're a hardcore Republican for someone who says they're not Democrat or Republican.
Okay, and if I admit I'm a Republican, let's say if I just admit it right now, what's going to happen?
Nothing. I'm just saying you influence.
No. What's going to happen?
Nothing.
Okay, so why do I need to admit anything?
Because
if you want to know, I voted straight Republican in this election. I did. If you want to know.
Oh, that's nice.
And what's going to happen?
I'm not telling you who to vote for.
I can't actually mention whoever I want to do, sir. It's on my platform. I'm telling my people. Okay, so obviously you support Democrats, and I have no issue with that. Tell me why Democrats are great for black people.
They legalized marijuana for black people to keep them out of jail.
Oh my God! How many people in Black America? Matter of fact, the people in the chat. How many of you smoke marijuana? Is that important to you in the chat? I just want to know. You can say yes for 1, 2 for no. Just tell me in the chat. Is marijuana legalization important for you because all you do is smoke?
I don't smoke.
I didn't say you smoke. I didn't accuse you of smoking, sir. I'm talking about, you said the Democrats will let you get blazed. How is that a tangible for Black America, sir?
Keeps them out of jail for petty charges.
What's the percentage of Black America that smoke marijuana, in your opinion?
I don't know.
So why is that a good thing if you haven't quantified the number of Black America who actually engage in that behavior?
I don't know.
Okay, outside of getting high, what else has the Democrat Party is good for? Why have I got it wrong by the Democrat Party? You tell me.
Medicare.
What you mean by Medicare? Explain that.
Black people get Medicaid.
We don't have Medicare for all. That's not a law. And neither has Joe Biden pushed a Medicare for all. If anybody was pushing that, it was Bernie Sanders. Joe Biden is in bed with the insurance lobby. So
really,
okay, it's strike two. What else the Democrats are good for, sir?
That's it.
So marijuana and no Medicare for nobody. And that's all. And we supposed to go vote for that.
You want chaos to happen to America?
It's already happened to America. What are you talking about?
Talking about crazy shit. I mean, crazy things going on with,
Sir, are you scared?
No.
You sure?
No.
You're not scared if Herschel Walker get in there, the world's going to end?
Why would we want Herschel Walker in there for?
That's not what I asked you. Are you scared?
No, I'm just asking you. What?
No. Sir, you're on my show. I'm asking you, are you scared?
No, I'm not scared.
If Trump wins in 2024, let's say if he runs and he wins, would you be scared of that?
He gonna take away our rights, but whatever.
I'm asking you, are you scared? I didn't say that.
No, I'm not scared.
Okay, if you're not scared, then what's the problem?
I'm just saying, when our rights get taken away, don't say nothing.
Okay, what rights have been taken away?
Freedom of speech.
Black people never really had freedom of speech.
Yes, we did.
When have Black people been free to say a whole lot of things, sir? Can you give me a time?
You know what?
Hey, he the one stepped up here. I'm only asking questions. I gave him the floor. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the average Democrat voter right there. Cannot tell you nothing about what's good for Black people. Sister Mitra, am I wrong?
I was like, are we being punked here? Is he serious?
Yes. That's Democrat
He
voters.
was serious. He was serious.
He was serious.
I was trying so hard not to laugh because I didn't want to, be disrespectful. But I'm like, I thought he was going to come up with something like just earth shattering, like, we didn't think of that.
Oh, I thought he was just going to say, well, we have HR 40 in the pipe. They're going to go give HBCUs money. They're the same Democratic talking point, the carrot and the stick, and he didn't even do that. But to tell you the truth, that is really a representation of a good portion. Not all Democrats are bad. I'm not saying that, but that is a good representation of what's happening in the Black community in the Democratic Party. As we always say, we don't even know why we're Democrats or we're Baptists or we're, whatever we are, we just going with the flow. And it's very, very embarrassing when you get on a platform like this, a national platform like this, and you really don't have the tools to debate your issue.
I just asked questions. I wasn't even trying to debate the man. I just wanted to know why Democrats were better. That's all. And he couldn't really answer me. Well, as you see, Herschel Walker is still leading, kicking butt with about 72% of the vote in. We're not even talking about Stacey no more. Stacey done. All right, let's see. I got let's see. Brother Leon, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing? How's everyone doing?
We good?
All right, good. Yeah, I live in New York. I'm a bus operator for MTA.
Okay.
I voted.
God bless you for that.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing it for 15 years. I know it's tough. It's gotten worse. But anyway, I I voted conservative today. I voted for Lee. With Lee Feld. I can't pronounce his name. Feldman.
Zedlin or something like that.
Zedlin. There you go. Excuse me.
Yeah. Oh, let me ask you a question. Hold on, I gotta ask this question because you're a black
Yes.
man. Did misinformation cause you to do that?
No way. Listen. I have
sure
a family.
you wasn't targeted for misinformation, sir?
By Democrats, yes.
Okay, I was just asking because that's what Stacy and sister girl Keisha Lance Bottom says. I'm just asking questions. I want you to educate me.
Yeah, by Democrats like Kathy Hochul, who actually came to my depot to speak to us, spoke a bunch of hot air. I'm married. I have a 6-year-old daughter, and I'm more concerned with my daughter's future. Here in New York, you have a lot of immigrants. They're running around the city. They have more rights than the black man that was born in this country, and they're demanding $30 an hour just to cook bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches at a grocery store. You got to be kidding me. It's ridiculous.
But they don't give black folks $30 an hour.
No, I had to be on a job 15 years just to make ends meet. And I live, an hour and a half away from the city just so I can make it. Mind you, you have.
So you could wait, hold on, brother. You commuting 90 minutes every day and 90 minutes home?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about brother Eric Adams sitting up here just rolling out the red carpet for people that just got here the other day? How do you feel about that as a New Yorker? Eric
Adams is a complete joke. We knew that when he was running. He's nothing but an extension of de Blasio.
Mm-hmm.
And it's they just run on, I'm black, I'm ready to party. That's what they preach to the black community. But when he goes to them other folks, I'm tough on crime. I'm going to make sure BLM pays for everything. And it's always wagging your finger at black people. And in fact, black people are the one that makes New York move. If it wasn't for us doing these essential jobs, there would be no transit system. There would be no hospital. There wouldn't be a lot of things happening.
Well, you know what, brother, and maybe Sister Demetria and Donovan can respond to this. You remember some years ago they did a Day Without a Mexican? You remember they did that protest?
Yes.
We need to do that.
A day
without black people.
I'm on board.
We need to do that one day to say we ain't going to work, we ain't doing nothing like the Mexicans did it. Boy, that's such a shockwave in the economy.
I'm on board.
Do it for 3 days. That's what I say. Like the Bible, 72 hours. Do it for 3 days.
Listen,
like brother, they can't fire all of us.
No, they can't. Listen, I was ready to do it for at least 2 weeks to a month during COVID because I'm just fed up. It's disgusting. I mean, you work hard, people abuse you, and they give you their butt to kiss. Come out and vote for me. No way. I can't sit back and let that happen. I'm 37. I still have a long life to live, and I'm not on a Democrat plantation. I'm voting in my interest.
All right. Yes, sir. You want to respond to that, Demetria Donovan?
No, I mean, I think that it's commendable that, as you said, you're coming off the Democratic plantation because that's what it is. And again, I know when a lot of people who are Democrats hear that, they think that's condescending. But when someone says they're coming off the Democratic plantation, that just means that they're waking up. They're not falling for the, we're going to give you a fish fry and, then we'll see you in 4 years. It's like, nah, I want something for my vote. So I commend you for that.
That's right. That's right.
Now, I don't know you watched the race in Maryland. The brother that was offering the fish fry looked like he's going to become their next governor.
Yeah, well, good luck to them because that's all you're going to get.
Immigrant Central, too.
That's all you're going to get. That's right. And push black people in places like West Virginia, where what West Virginia is all about.
Yeah, I've been to West Virginia. Boy, I've been there.
Hills have eyes over there.
That's a place where the hills have eyes.
Yeah, that's right. Hills have eyes. That's right.
No, and The Wrong Turn. Remember that movie, The Wrong Turn?
Yeah, Wrong
that's
Turn.
Right.
Boy, let me tell you something. I was supposed to go to this place called Lincoln Street, and I think it took me to a Lincoln Drive. I went to that, and all of a sudden, I said, "What the hell am I going?" And boy, I hurry up and turn that car around and say, "Look, if these white folks try to come out here on me, I'm mashing the gas. I don't care." I say, "You ain't about to pull me off nowhere."
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's right.
because you got one part of West, I think it was Wheeling, West Virginia. Because my daughter's going to school out there, and the area she was at was nice, but I guess it was two different things. Maybe I typed it in wrong. I'm like, oh hell no. So yeah, it was West Virginia, and them folks poor out there too.
They are.
Black
they are.
folks, you've been there. Black folks, some black folks be thinking them folks got money like that, man. Them folks are broke and dusty.
And they don't, and they know when you're not from there. You come down there looking clean, you might get dragged off in the woods. That's how they are down there. My
experience with them, I didn't like eating the food over there for sure because the food was just I say go to Pittsburgh if you're gonna go anywhere near that.
Right.
Of course we in Pittsburgh.
Of course.
Yeah. West Virginia, nah. Well, they got HBCU in West Virginia. Is it in what's the name of the city?
I'm not too familiar with the HBCU down there.
Yeah, they got one down there. Okay. Herschel Walker, he's still up. So that's a good thing. Brother, let me go ahead and drop you down.
Okay, brother. No problem.
All right. Don.
Good evening, Phil. I haven't forgotten about that offer. I'm just getting things together. I'm gonna send that to you. Hello, my queen. How are you, brother Don?
Good to see you.
What's going on? Feel like the family's here.
Awesome.
I want to say this. The broadcast you guys did when you reviewed the debate. This is the fruits. This is the fruits of the debate, and I think you guys did an awesome job in the the cover, not the covering, but the reviewing of it and pointing out different nuances and why you thought things were going to go the way they're going. So kudos to you. Hats off.
All right. Well, as a black man, I'm asking all black men this question. Come up here. Did you participate or you sat it out?
Oh no, I'm done with the whole thing.
Okay.
I'm done with the whole thing.
All right. So you're done with the whole thing. Do you feel targeted for misinformation?
I don't pay attention to these folks because one of the reasons is this, and this is more a spiritual reason.
Okay.
If I give you my vote, I am complicit with your actions. So all the stuff you do, I'm in federation with you. All the people you harm, including our people, and you do it deliberately, because that's what you've done in history. You do it deliberately. I'm in confederation with that. Oh no, I'm come out from among her and be separate.
Okay, not me. I'm just gonna say something. You pay taxes?
Yes, I do, sir.
Good. Well, you're complicit with everything America do in the world.
Only because I have to render unto Caesar what is Caesar's and render unto the Most High what is his.
Yeah. I'm with you. You go, no, pay your taxes because you don't want to go. You want that problem. But I'm just saying, we're going to go on that premise. We're going to go on that premise. Any of us that's paying taxes complicit. We ain't got no choice. We don't do anything. I'm just saying that if you don't, we don't have to participate. I told people this. If you could, you don't want to do it and fool none of them, hey, that's your business. As long as you can give a vote to Democrat. Or if you want to protest vote, or you just support the other side, do that too. Because this was happen. If we sit here and we show that we will move with our feet, now both parties got to come and say, this is what I'm gonna do for black people. And we starting a precedent to say no people of color words, no minority, no underserved communities, none of that mess. Black folk, that's all we're going to listen to if you want black people's vote. But maybe since Dimitri and Donovan got something to say about that.
No, I totally agree with you. And I get what you were saying about you being in cahoots. I think that's an interesting way of looking at that. If you continue to vote for a party that is, not doing anything for you, then you are complicit. And you're complicit in harming yourself and your people. So that's very interesting. I like that point of view.
Yeah, I mean, wholehearted 10 toes down. It is amazing that how the Democratic Party is going to spin this at the end of the night, being that I mean, they keep saying this percentage of men have walked away. I actually think the percentage of Black men that have walked away from the Democratic Party is at least 3 to 5% more than what they're telling us, because a lot of the brothers out here that I've talked to of my age, and even the younger cats, the Thundercats, they saying that they're going to do something else as well. So kudos to all the brothers out there who are starting to think for themselves and voting their interests. Because let's face it, what Brother Phil interest in Texas is not the same as my interest out here in California, and vice versa with any of the other guests. So kudos to all the brothers. We're united on one thing, and that's making the Democratic Party pay attention to us and pay a price for not giving us what we're asking for. What we're asking for is reparations and tangibles, like they do the other groups.
Well,
Exactly.
the Herschel Walker and Warnock race is tight. We saw some updated numbers come in just now, and we see Warnock gained a little bit here. So yeah, with 73% of the vote counted. But Brother Don, thank you for coming on the show, man. I'm gonna get some more people in.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me, Phil.
All right, brother. All right, let's see here. Let's get this sister in here.
Oh my goodness.
Hi.
Is this really happening?
It's really happening.
I am so ecstatic. I have been pushing my Freedmen protest voter strategy oftentimes in your space, Phil. I know, Demetra K. I'm not sure about this other young man, but shout out to Yaira, who told me that you were sharing your StreamYard link. And I am so ecstatic. I am a co-founder of the Contemporary Reparations Grassroots Movement, formerly the ADOS movement.
Okay.
And I started my channel around the time that we formed the movement. And I've been pushing my Freedmen protest voter strategy for closed border and vetted reparations candidates only, party be damned, to neutralize our most imminent threat and replacement immigration. I've been appalled that the Democrats, as I call them affectionately, have been weaponizing our own votes against us to erase and replace us. And I'm ecstatic because I'm in California, and I went out yesterday and invoked my own strategy. And I've been fighting with a lot of the other factions of the movement who declare no tangibles, no vote, when that's not a winning strategy, because you can guarantee the immigrants and the whites are going to the polls in record number because they are the recipients of our reparations and protections.
Well, sister, let me interject in there. What no tangible, no vote means is just basically I'm not giving my vote away for free to nobody anymore. It's like either you give me something or I just don't want to participate. And I think that's a good strategy. Personally, I mean, I believe in that strategy. That's why I say, look, you can either do what you're doing, which I believe in what you're doing, right? The protest vote side, or you can just, hey, you feel like I don't want to do nothing. Go ahead, but at least you're showing the Democrat Party something once they quantify all the numbers. You understand what I'm saying? Because we got to get all on one accord a little bit. And we're gonna be fighting about reparations, right? You may not agree with one way, but are we just trying to get to the reparations? I mean, that's why I'm at with it, because we don't need, because that's how the white supremacist picks us apart in our own, trying to get something, right? Yeah, take somebody and say, oh, you heard what she said? She don't agree with y'all. Look, this, whatever, and try to create little dissensions when you want reparations, I want reparations, others want reparations. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely, I do. But I think when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. When you talk about the threat that immigration preys on American freedmen, you have to understand that closing these borders is in fact a tangible. So we're saying the same things. You're saying no tangibles, no vote. I'm saying closing the borders is a tangible. When Trump had a handle on the borders, here in the state of California, Black unemployment was 5%. We are approaching 20% or greater because Newsom has allowed 2.3 million illegals into the country, whom he's given health care to, whom he's given driver licenses to, whom he's given protections from deportations to, and whom he's given our jobs to. We have the highest rates of unemployment with this sanctuary state that we're under. It is absolutely here to erase and replace us. So I weaponize my vote to socialize my suffering, because what I understand is that when the Democrats have a trifecta, American freedmen are the only ones in distress. I've often shared on my platform that 2004 to 2014 Color of Wealth LA report showed African Black 60,000 liquid to US Black American freedmen $200 liquid. So we have to understand that getting control of our borders, akin to the billions that Joe Crow is sending over to Ukraine to protect their borders, is an absolute tangible, because we can get back to work.
I'm with you. But the difference is, if you do the research on illegal immigration, do you know Black immigrants are the ones that follow the law the most, and the ones who don't follow the law the least are those that's coming from Latin American countries? Do you know that? They have more control on Black immigrants than they do on the ones in Latin America.
Oh, yes. And
there's a lot of, hold on, let me tell you something. There's a lot of Black people that don't even let in this country. Like, if you go to African countries, there's a long line at the U.S. Embassy to try to get a visa. And it's a lot of Black folks that they won't even let them step foot in here for even a vacation. That's what they do to Black people in these Black countries, right? But these other ones, they just come across and it's no issue, no problem. So my thing is, that's why I say I'm with you about the immigration thing. Trump had a handle on it. I repeated this many times, that I know somebody personally who worked down there on the border, and he told me that when Trump was in office, things was fine. Things was normal. He said when the moment Biden got in, it's like the floodgates, went open. These men and women on the border are literally, can't handle it no more. It's too much. It's way too much. So I'm 100% with you about that. But a lot of people who believe no tangibles, no vote also is against, unchecked immigration as well. So a lot of them have voted even with you. They have told me many times, Black men and women, they actually agree with you, but they still say no tangibles, no vote.
Right. And I understand that. But like I said, I really need for us to understand that we need not just to stop illegal immigration, we need to put a moratorium on legal immigration, because they're piling on. So we have to fight all these groups like Dr. Claude Anderson intimated. And the only kind of immigrants this country is allowing into the country is Crayola white supremacists. That Crayola white supremacist is killing us. And it's already neutralized us economically, and now they're coming for the vote. You got 46.2 million legal immigrants. You got 14 million DACA who are on Pelosi's head to become legal. You got 5 million and counting. So my thing is, if we don't weaponize this vote and socialize this suffering, by the time the Democrats are done, there'll be at 20 million illegals whom they've given citizenship to, along with the right to vote. And our vote won't even matter come 24. Because we're waking up, we're being punished by the Democrats with immigration. So that's why the Freedmen protest voter strategy. And I'm grateful to those who went out here and weaponized the vote over withholding it, because I can guarantee you this: we will never get tangibles until we bring the Democrats to their knees for several election cycles, until they're begging us to cut the checks. I thank you so much for allowing me to share.
I appreciate it.
This has been a blessing. Thank you all.
Thank you. And also, I like your necklace. Your necklace is nice.
That's nice. Very nice.
That's very, very nice. So where we got it from?
Demetria, but I have a question in regards to what she was saying. And what you were saying was like, we have this, we need to do this, we need to do that. You got 67 congressional Black talkers that are sitting there. You've got several Black mayors across the nation. You've got several Black police chiefs across the nation. And I get in debates in my local elections and with Demetra sometimes. And what I talk about and what I say is you have people in place that could control the agenda. 67 votes of the Black caucus with 2 Asian senators and I think a couple of congressmen, they were able to get an Asian crime bill that benefited them plus money. So, you know, we have 67 representatives in the Black caucus, a Black vice president. If we can't get anything done with all those numbers, what's going to happen? You know, who is going to do all this stuff?
Well, to answer your question, the congressional Black caucuses don't work for American freedmen. You see, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Y'all heard that saying. So they are paid to keep us oppressed. They are paid to keep us bottom caste, you know, because that's what capitalism requires. Capitalism requires a bottom caste, and some of the boomers, the Gen X, the millennials, the Gen Zs, we are coming up off this bottom. And that's why you see the protest rallies cropping up, the reparations rallies cropping up. Like we are getting busy, akin to how the ancestors, remember, when they were Repugnant Klan, they switched to the Democrats for civil rights, right? And so we've not implemented, they had less education, right? And they didn't have the advantage of social media. And yet they moved as a block to switch from the Repugnant Klans to the Democrats to get us civil rights. And so therefore, it's time for us to strategize. We can't just continue voting blue, no matter who, to our own people's peril. You have to understand, you've got to fire everyone for several election cycles. That's the only way to get tangibles, because you're absolutely right. We got the numbers to do it. We got the trifecta to do it, right? But they're never going to do it until we punish them. I liken it to this. I can't get my daughter to eat broccoli if I've given her a cupcake with a bunch of amount of icing. That's what we've been doing with these Democrats. We've been giving them the vote and not holding the line and not making them suffer like all the other groups do. They're right now getting our reparations and protections, and they're on the Democrats' heads for even more. And they know how to vote Repugnant Klan until they make the Democrats yield and give them their 14 million DACA recipient citizenship. And give these 20 million he's trying to flood the zone with their citizenship and voting rights. And so we're fighting everybody when it's easy to go out here and exercise your vote. You see, it's a protest vote. Both parties suck where freedmen are concerned, but we never.
Sister, not to cut you off, and he let some other people jump in,
Okay.
sister, but I greatly appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Brother Pollard.
Yes, sir.
All right, you up.
All right. I did not vote.
Okay.
First off, no tangibles, no vote.
Okay.
I've been following you, man, for about 8 or 9 years. So around the time like 2013 or 2014, when I started college, I started seeing your videos and I was really delving deep into them. So I know why I'm not voting.
Okay.
Your station's been very thorough with informing the people as to what is out there and what's even tangible. And you asked.
Oh, you gonna get me in trouble with Roland, man. Oh my God. Roland gonna hear you say that, and Roland gonna be raging on me tomorrow.
Never mind. I'm sorry. Like, I know your platform has a reputation, but I
yeah. Let's keep it clean.
I wasn't gonna cuss. I was just gonna call him names, but I don't want to.
Yeah, don't do that. Trust me. Roland has enough problems right now. He worrying about his bag. You know, let him make it. Let him make it.
All I will say is this: I love that song you shared. Taste the biscuit.
This one.
Biscuit. That was great. So what I wanted to say was, I sat it out. The only misinformation I saw being given to me as a Black male was that BLK voting app
Oh yeah.
That was some misinformation right there. That was just disturbing.
No voting, no bucking.
Yeah. And the other misinformation I received was the anti-Asian hate crime bill, because that was a lie when none of us attacking them. And last but not least, I was getting these annoying texts talking about black men, we need you, vote on abortion laws.
I never got none of those texts.
I did.
Everybody told me they got a text. Why didn't it text me?
They watching you, bro. They know. They watch you. You know they watch you. They're not gonna waste the data. But yeah, man, that's all I had to say. I'm a big fan. I thought I sent a video into you. I want to work with y'all, but that's all I had to say, man. That's the only.
All right, brother. Well, I appreciate you.
All right, peace out.
All right, peace. All right, how you say your name, brother? Zaire?
Zaire Bowens.
Okay, I'm gonna say Mr. Bowens. Mr.
Okay,
Bowens, how you doing?
Cool. Actually, pretty good. You know, I was going through some depression a few weeks ago, and I turned 18 this year, so I've been following you for 3.5 years, and this is after my uncle told me to stop watching cartoons and actually watch something educational. So
okay,
for a little bit, I've been following Roland Martin, but I soon clicked off of him since he was just repeating the same, same old, same old. And then surprisingly, one of your videos popped up in his DM, and I just decided to click on it, and I resonate with you ever since. And after trying to tell my family about you and the others, Lisa and all them, they kind of disowned me and kind of told me I was crazy for watching you and all that. And
really?
Yeah.
Why were you crazy to watch me? What did I do?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
no. What did they actually tell you? Like, what they say about me to say don't watch him? What did they tell you?
Okay, so beforehand I subscribed to Sejahito and all them, and then after I showed my uncle who drives a truck, he drives a truck for Loves, right?
Yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah, after I showed him, he agreed with me on most of what he said, but my other family members, when I showed them, mostly the females, man, they were all over me, to be honest. Even trying to show my uncle about what's going on with voting and everything, and why Democrats really ain't our way to live. We should really go independent. He told me to get out of his face and quit bothering him about it.
But they okay. But what they say in particular about me? Because they said you were crazy to watch me. What did they say in particular about me? I'm just curious.
Oh, they said you were the reason why, they are having a hard time getting recruits for the Democrat Party, and basically the reason why that they basically said that you're basically promoting racism and division and stuff.
Oh my! I'm promoting racism among my own people. That's what
they actually said.
I'm promoting racism among my own people.
Well, you talk about. Here's the thing. My family has a huge things for. We have some Hispanics, but we mostly have a thing for white folks. As you call them, white folks. And my uncle. I have a bunch of uncles, but he really likes white folks, and just seeing me watch you just completely turns him off.
I'm not trying to be offensive. So basically, your uncle's a raccoon.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I kind of been calling him that before I met you. I didn't even know what the term raccoon meant until I saw your video from 4 years ago, when that one white supremacist was bullying this black woman, and the brother stepped in. Probably
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, man, I greatly appreciate you, man, and for coming up. We got some other people. I need to, holler at Sister Demetrius if we have to. Okay. All right. So let me let you down, brother. I got some more people. I'm getting a bunch of messages.
Yeah. Thanks.
You. All right. All right.
Yeah, you guys that are listening, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and do us a favor if you guys feel the need.
Dimitri, what do you think about that?
I'm not surprised because there's a lot of families, black families, who are like, "Are you kidding me?" In my Kamala Harris voice, you can't go vote for anybody else. We're Democrats. Your grandmama, your great grandmama, grandpapa, everybody's Democrat. So the minute they see one getting off the Democratic plantation, then everybody, loses their mind. But I commend him for being so young, and getting the knowledge, and he is under the best care with Brother Phil, getting the good information, not just about politics, but about manhood and everything else. And so I love it. He is going to be even more amazing as he grows older, just by the wisdom and knowledge that he is absorbing. So I love it.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? I just gotta tell the people what it is. What's wrong with that? Like my own people, see, I told y'all, my own people sometimes don't even like me, man. You see, and then listen, I'll let y'all listen to Demetria. I'll let y'all listen to one Gail. I mean, y'all ain't gotta watch me. Watch them. Just watch them. Let's see. Sister Shelly.
Snap! I got up in here. What's good? Hey, y'all. Hey, I'm in Florida.
Okay.
Yes, and yes, I did vote today. I did not vote the last time because I didn't know what to do. But this time I've been watching the show. I've been watching Angela Staten. Is that her last name? Okay, so I've been watching her. I've been watching a lot of things, and I voted Republican today for the first time in my entire life. And I was so happy.
Wait. Demetria, do you hear what she's saying on this platform?
The backbone of the Democratic Party is crumbling.
Oh my
God. I voted for the first time. And let me tell y'all, I feel like my whole life I've been bullied to be a Democrat. Like it's just like you just supposed to do that just because you're black. Like you got to be a Democrat. Ain't nothing else. You don't have no other choice. It is what it is. You black. They gonna pick a raccoon to go shuck and jive and go tap dance and get an entertainer to, say I see through the games now and I see what's going on. And I'm just like, I'm not having it. I'm tired of the foolishness. I'm tired of it. And another thing I'm sick of, well, one thing that I do like about Florida, because DeSantis I voted for him. He loves the kids and he's gonna protect the kids because it's a lot of attacking going on my children. I got 3 kids. And I don't play that mess. Like, I'm not finna have y'all talking to them about all these alphabets and you know what I'm talking about and all that other stuff. Like, I'm not having it. Like, so that's why I just went on and did something different and voted Republican. And I don't think I'll ever be a Democrat again. I mean, if something was to magically change, but I just don't like the direction that things are going in. I don't like how the world has been the last few years. I really didn't even care for Obama, but I just felt like I needed to vote for him just because he was sort of kind of black. And then we got Kamala in there. She sort of kind of, I don't even know what she had. I ain't seen her in forever. So I don't know what she
where's Kamala? It's like, where's
I don't know. Chuck and Pearls is missing, honey. Chuck and Pearls is missing.
Where's she at?
I don't know, baby. Where's Waldo? Where's Waldo? I don't know.
We need about a missing persons report. I have
we
not seen
need to do something. We need to do something. But I definitely, I don't know. But I thank y'all for y'all's platform. I mean, I'm just learning about a lot of this stuff, but I'm done with Democrats. I hope more. And just it's so funny because just like 10 years ago, if a black person say something like that, you cancel. How dare you? How dare you say that? Oh my God. You're the scum of the earth. You're not for us anymore. You're not black anymore. And all that other foolishness. Like, child, y'all don't intimidate me. I don't care nothing about what y'all got to say.
Sister
I'm
Shelly,
worried about my kids. And
Sister Shelly, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you own your own business?
Yes, I do. And nobody has stopped me from owning a business. I've owned several businesses. I used to own a hot dog business here in Orlando, and now I have an online business. Seriously, nobody's holding me back. I don't feel oppressed. I'm not like, duh, I can't do anything as a black in the country. Like, nah, man, like I do what I want to do. I'm free. Like,
Yeah, so we address the sabotage that happens on a systemic level, right? You know, I mean, like, but realistically, we can do things for ourselves. You know, Nation of Islam have been telling us do for self like forever, right?
Amen.
And the Democrats want us not to do for self.
No, they want you to be handout, be on welfare forever, just begging and pleading, and I'm.
But
we've been voting for that. We've been voting that way for so long, and it's like I haven't seen anything.
Hold on, amidst all that though, they got to give me my reparations though.
Oh, absolutely. I want look with my 40 acres and a mule, my reparations.
All right. Yeah,
where's all of that? Like everybody else is getting everything, and it's like when it comes to us, everybody want to tiptoe and tap dance around what's really going on. Now we built this country, we built it. So what about what? And I'm voting for you for what? Like what? Nah, fam. Like y'all gonna feel the fire today.
Oh, okay. All right. Dimitri over there smiling over there, boy.
You gonna feel the fire today. If you don't give me what I want, okay, well that's cool. All right, you want my vote, you gonna have to work for it, boo. I don't want to hear no apologies. I don't want to hear no IOUs or no, you ain't gotta put no blackface up in there to try to convince it. Now I want evidence, I want proof, I want what I want. And I'm not having it no other way. So
right.
It is what it is.
You guys are putting out a missing report for Kamala. I'm wondering where Aunt Maxine's been. We haven't seen her in over a year.
Oh, missing. Everybody missing. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just glad that our people are waking up, and I'm so thankful for channels like this. I'm thankful for all of it because I've never seen anything like this. Like I said, just 10 years ago, you would have been your family, and I'm sure family is still, especially a lot of the older ones, they still, you're not voting Democrat. Like, why? Like, no, I'm not doing that. So take it how you want it. I don't care. So
and you kind of know that the Democrats were in trouble when they've got to pull out the big guns like Obama to get on the campaign trail and do all these things. These were all signals that says, and then I really thought that was a big mistake, Phil. I don't know if you agree with this, but when you brought Obama out, that really turned off a lot of brothers, especially in the people that knew in his administration he didn't do anything.
Look, you brought Obama out, I knew your goose was cooked. I knew it. Because he was a lad. He was like your Hail Mary in the fourth quarter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he couldn't do nothing for you because he messed up his own legacy of black people. That's what Obama had the opportunity to be the biggest black man next to Dr. King and Malcolm X. He had
he had the chance and he dropped the ball.
He squandered it.
Yeah.
That's why nobody protected his legacy. Because he squandered it.
He did. I agree. I totally agree.
Thanks for coming on the show, sister.
No problem. Thank you.
Well, Demetria, you are influencing people to think a little different. Aren't you proud of yourself, Demetria?
I mean, listen, we just put the information out there, and there's people who look at it and say, that makes sense. So I mean, that's all we do. We just put it out there, we set it and forget it and let you pick it up.
All right, I'm gonna let a few of y'all on, but you got one at a time, please. So I'm gonna let a few on. If I hear anything in the background, I'm gonna call by name. Mute yourself, please. Everybody, mute yourself. I'll call you by name. Starting with Mr. Drake. Everybody else, mute yourself.
Peace. How y'all doing?
We good. What's on your mind, brother?
Just wanted to come up here, tell y'all I didn't vote. Sat it out. I've been watching your channel for quite some time. Everything resonates. You have any questions for me? Go ahead.
Well, what made you? You say you didn't chose not to do that. What made you make that choice? Were you a target for misinformation?
Yeah, I mean, I can't really say that I was. I do my own research.
You actually can think for yourself?
Absolutely. Never been afraid to think for myself.
Stacey Abrams and Sister Keisha, you can't do that.
Abomination.
And that's why, hold on, put that graphic back up. And that's why she got her behind stomped tonight. As y'all can see, 53.8 to 45.5. Oh, I bet your Roland is raging right now. All right.
I hope he is. But yeah.
All right. So brother, well, I appreciate you coming up, brother.
Peace. Yeah.
All right, brother Gene, you next.
Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
Oh, what's going on, my brother?
Oh, not much, not much. Hope everybody's doing well. We need people like y'all, like in politics, but you know that's a tough job. But just to let y'all know, I didn't vote either.
Okay, so why didn't you do it?
Well, I didn't do it because really neither party cares about us. You know, for me, for my personal, thoughts, they don't care about us. Period. So we need to start just caring about ourselves. I got tired of the promises, and then when it come time to fulfill the promise, there's a shucking and jiving. There's like, oh well, there's a reason why we couldn't do it. So and so over there didn't agree, so we couldn't get it done. So okay, we're gonna see you in the next election. We'll try to get it done then. You know, tired of that.
All right, well,
And
brother.
as far as the misinformation,
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out what the misinformation was.
yeah, because according to Keisha and them, you was a target for misinformation, so that's why you didn't vote for them.
Oh yeah, well, I don't even know what it was, so they didn't go into it what the misinformation was, so I don't know. And I guess I'm not black since I didn't vote Democrat.
All right, brother. Well, I appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all.
All
Be
right.
safe.
Mr. Wizard, you up next.
Hey, what's going on? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, brother.
Greetings and salutations to everybody on the panel. What's up, Uncle Phil? H-Town in the house?
Yes, sir. Astros won the World Series.
Yeah, man, I'm up here in Columbus out here working right now. But yeah, man, I've been OCO Stacey Abrams getting cooked like some butter biscuits and fried fish over there, huh?
Cooked. She was barbecued, man. I'm looking at it right now. Barbecue.
But what's going on with
hold on. So we got 86% of the vote in for Walker and Warnock, and now they tied a piece, 49-49.
Wow.
Yeah. They are dead heat right now.
What the gubernatorial race look like in Texas right now? Is Abbott winning?
Oh, let me. Oh man, Abbott and stomped him. Let me go to Texas down here.
I seen a picture with our work today that my kinfolk
Oh
sent
yeah,
me.
65% of the vote in already. Man, Abbott got a freaking 12 percentage point lead.
Yeah,
they already called that one. They called it.
Yeah, because I seen a picture. He was over there at French's eating chicken and stuff. I was just like, you know what, man, I can't fool with you.
Oh God.
Yeah, it got a picture of him. My cousin sent me. He over there eating chicken and Frenchies over there. And I'm like, man, that's why I can't fool with these people. I can't take these people seriously, man. Like that just made me so mad. I was just, French.
Yeah. Oh shoot, lost Mr. Wizard. Well, all right. So let's see. We're gonna go who's next. I'm trying to go in order. It would be Sister Vanessa. Unmute yourself.
Hey, everybody.
How you
doing?
Hello,
Phil, Demetra. And I don't know your name, but hello to you too.
Yeah, you can call me the recovering Democrat.
Okay. Well, I really want to call you that because I don't understand. Never mind. Okay. Well, I'm just coming on here because I want to say something about the voting thing. First of all, I am a baby boomer, depending on when they adjust that 60 or 62. So I don't know what I am. I just know I'm alive. And then second, there was never any politics in my house. So we never knew who to vote for. My dad, there was no politics or religion in our house. He always said, I want you to be free thinkers. And when I started getting harassed by my relatives about politics, they asked me who I would vote for. And I said, I don't know. They would shove it down my throat. You vote Democrat. You vote. So I would vote different. I would vote the opposite. Only because
so basically what people said, what the other sister said, you were bullied to be a Democrat.
Yeah, but I didn't. I went with Republicans because it just felt strange that everybody in my family was doing it, and everybody in my family is very intelligent.
Hold on, this election cycle or always?
Always, my whole life.
Oh.
I voted Democrat once, and you know who that was for?
Obama.
Once. Yep. And the second time I said, no, thank you. So, you know, hi. And I didn't vote for Trump either. Actually, I wanted to mention something about that, but that's the third point. But I mean, that's the fourth point. My third point is the abuse. Of course, you know, I got abused by my relatives, where right now they're starting to come back to me because of things I've been saying on the internet. And Phil, my son introduced me to you 4 years ago, and
Okay.
it's been the best thing I've ever experienced.
Oh, well,
Ever.
listen.
Okay, now this is one thing I don't think people know, and I really want to make sure I let everyone know this. The ballot is official and everything on there is important, correct?
Correct.
All right. When we go vote for a president, we don't have to color in a circle or push a circle. That write in, if you write in, and I found this out from a person who looks like us. I can't say who they are because I asked them if I could quote them on it, and they said no. But they told me that when I asked them, this is how I phrased the question. I said, okay, can we write in who we want? And it is valid, correct? He said, why did you ask and answer the question? I said, well, I said I was going to do that. And he said, well, you answered the question. It's valid. He said, if they get enough write-ins of a person like Bernie Sanders or something, he could have became president, even though he didn't get chosen by DNC. Because those lines on there mean something. And then I found out that it was true because my silly self wrote Goofy one time. And I had everybody in California calling me and knocking on my door to vote Democrat.
Oh,
so
God.
I'm like, how did they know that? Because one mentioned it. One actually mentioned, I said, how did you know that? I thought that was private. But, you know, I'm not going to try. But I said I'm black, so, you know, they can get anything they want when it comes to us. And then the last one is pandering. That it pisses me off so bad. Get your booty to the polls now. No voting, no bucking. What is that? What is that? Who would actually think you should vote in that direction when you do things like that? That's now that's misinformation, if you must think about it. So I'm like, this is all a ploy. And if we don't know, we all should be going back to the continent. And I'm done.
All right, sister. Well, thank you, Auntie.
Thank you all. Have a wonderful one, okay?
All righty. All right. Mr. Shabazz. Yeah, unmute yourself, Mr. Shabazz.
Look, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Oh man. Okay, first, I want to give all praise and thanks to the Creator, all honor to the ancestors, and all respect to the elders. Man, I'm kind of starstruck right now, man. I'm not gonna lie, family, man, cause I love y'all so much, man. Like I literally tune into y'all every day, man. Like I literally on my way to work, I'm watching Brother Phil. You know what I'm saying? Either the African Diaspora News channel, the Philip Scott Audio Experience, the Black Congregation. Like I'm locked in with y'all. Mama Demetra, I love you so much. Like you're just a beautiful sister, mama. Like your beauty kind of reminds me of my mom's beauty. You know what I mean? I was just with her earlier today. But no, man. Thank you for allowing me into the space. I'm sorry. I just
no problem, my brother. We all equals. It's all love. So what's on your mind about the election?
Man, well, I sat this one out. You know what I mean? I sat it out. You know, because I'm not seeing anything of substance from either side, from the Democrats or the Beelzebublicans.
Okay.
So I'm like, my whole premise, as I heard somebody say earlier, is do for self. You know, I'm Pan-African. I believe in the youth that I work with more than any of these adults that's running for these offices. You know what I'm saying? Because like a good brother of mine, his name is William Muhammad. We was having a deep conversation some years back, and it was years ago, but it stuck with me what he said. He said, like, you know, everybody's always talking about how the children are the future or the youth is the future, but we don't let the youth lead nothing. Right. It's always old people, old white people leading something, but we don't let the youth like express their ideas and help them bring them into fruition. You know, but no, man, I'm a community coordinator with a Black-owned integrated healthcare program. Oh, I'm not program, but integrated healthcare service. I'm the chairman of an organization called the Revolutionary Education Program, where we dedicate our time to teaching the youth unity, organization, and discipline. I'm a rap artist as well, and I shouted you out on my most recent album, Phil.
Oh, I appreciate the shout out, my brother. But
Yeah.
let me ask you a question.
Yes,
So
sir.
you know, if I move on, did you feel targeted for misinformation?
No, sir. No.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Because you know, according to Sister Keisha, you know, you was targeted for misinformation. That's why you didn't want to participate.
And if I was the target, whoever the shooter was, they ain't hit me.
Okay. All right. I just want to ask those questions because you know, Sister Keisha is concerned about you.
Yeah. No, man. Not at all. It's like the Democrats just got to come better, man. They got to come better. And thanks to brothers like yourself, Tariq Nasheed, even as far back as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, Malcolm X, you know, all of them was what was telling you back in the day. Malcolm X used to put it in the best perspective back in his time. He would compare
he did.
the liberals to the fox and the conservative to the wolf. You know, they got the same appetite essentially. They just approach you in different ways. You know.
Yes, sir. Well, all right, brother. I appreciate you coming on.
Okay, really quick. If you could please, just for you personally, brother Phil, if you could please look up my album. It's called War Drum. My stage name is King David the One. If you type in War Drum, the very last
send that to me on Twitter. How about that?
I do not have a Twitter.
Well, I don't know why I create one.
Okay.
All right. You in music, you don't have a Twitter.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right. You on every platform promoting your album, brother.
Yeah, I'm on every streaming platform.
No, you need to be on every social media platform: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Fan. I don't know. Well, you can be on fan base, but definitely the main ones. Everybody, your people are on. How they know about your album?
Right.
There you go. All right, brother.
Man, Black Power. Thank you.
All right, brother. Yeah, y'all got to be on all these platforms. You know, much as possible.
Yeah, you know, I really enjoy when the young people that come on and have a better perspective than we did at that age. So, you know, with Dimitri being only 25 and stuff up here, you know, it's kind of hard for her to understand.
He gave Dimitri a real beautiful comment.
Yes, he did, and I love it, and I thank everybody, you know, for the wonderful comments. It really makes me feel good. But I'm like Donovan. I'm really passionate about young people. Because he said something really important. We got a lot of older, and I don't mean like old, you know, but seasoned people that are still in office. And I'm 51. I ain't ashamed to tell y'all I'm 51. But now I'm too old to be holding those offices. If you really think about it, my daughter will be 30. It's her time. You know, it's her time to be running the offices and the country and all of that. But it's just leaping over the rest of us because the people who are really seasoned, they won't get up. They won't get up off the seat. So he's right. Like it's their time to run the show.
From my cold dead hands, will I give up this seat?
That's pretty much what it is. So let me get the next batch of people in here. As you get on, please mute yourself. If you're not showing your face, you're not getting up on my show. Make sure you mute yourself. Everybody that's on right now. CC Love Cunningham. Okay, you up, sister?
Brother Phil.
Yes, ma'am.
I love you.
Well, you know what? I have brotherly love for you too.
Listen, I'm a girl. And anyway, I just want to say I love your panel. I love what you do. I did not vote today.
Okay.
I did not vote. And it had nothing to do with misinformation. It had to do with life and being awakened by you and people like you.
Oh, Lord, sister, you're going to get me in trouble with Roland.
The truth will set you free. And I'm going to tell it.
I'm going to be in so much trouble with Roland.
No, you ain't, brother. Look here. Let me tell you something. I've been a Democrat all my life. My mama,
yes, ma'am.
My daddy. And where in the hell has it gotten us? It hasn't gotten us anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and how we were targeted. I got so many text messages, flyers, and just went on and on. It got to be overwhelming, and just it was crazy. But I felt good in holding my vote, because just like people say, well, if you can't vote, if you don't vote, you ain't got nothing to say. Well, I said it all today, and I held on to it. And so I feel like it's a new wave. It's a new thing that's about to happen. And a lot of us are getting on board. And so I just want to say to the panel, sister, brother, I love you all. Keep up the good work. My God. I just, I've been watching your channel now for about 2 years. And wow. What can I say? Wow. I won't hold. I wanted to say that. And God bless. Keep up the good work.
All right, sister. Appreciate it.
Uh-huh.
Take care. All right, Char, I don't know how you say your name. Charlotte, how you say it, brother?
Hey, what's going on? My name is Charles.
Charles. Okay, all right, brother Charles. Got it. I saw that little thing over your
yeah, I made
I'm
sure
thinking,
that was on that so y'all can see that. Well, first I want to thank y'all for doing this. Brother Phil, love the soul. Sister Dimitri, you have me rolling on here all the time because you keep it real. And I let my kids watch it too. And I say because you can't let them watch everything on TV, especially being young black children, because there's stuff that they put on there that I don't think that they need to hear. But a lot of the stuff, Brother Phil, that y'all talk about is what I talk about here in the house. I'm in Tennessee. I'm from Chicago. So imagine what I see down here. But what I want to talk about is that everybody always has been pushing the Democrats. And I'm glad that they're finally getting some pushback because, like I tell my own kids, and I've even heard you say, Brother Phil, well, there was an image that you put of, it showed some people dancing with their little rainbow flags on and attaching that stuff. And I was like, if people say they're going to speak for us, we ain't judging another community, but you don't have to attach somebody's beliefs onto our humanity. And that was just something that had turned me away from all this stuff by saying, I'm not going to promote something that's not going to pass on who we are genetically, culturally, and as a people. And so when I started seeing a lot of that stuff go on, I said, why should we sign onto people who really don't do much for us as much as they're trying to say they do? It's almost like they think that we're required to. And I can't say Roland because you might get in trouble with them because I was following all that stuff. But I don't think they need to have us vote for people who really don't have our best interest at heart. And I'm glad that we are starting to wake up no matter our age.
I'm happy to hear that, brother. I'm happy to hear everybody's waking up. They like they're better late than never. Well, brother, I thank you for coming on.
Thank y'all.
All righty. The Smoking Nick, you up, brother?
Oh, I just wanted to say that I binge watch all your videos. We need brothers like you out here fighting that good fight. All the tropes. You know what I mean? I didn't get no misinformation because I searched for all of my information. You know what I mean?
You sure about that?
I'm 100% sure about that.
Hey, I just want to make sure you wasn't misinformed because I don't want Keisha, to be emailing me.
To be honest, my problem is I grew up in New York, so I grew up under all those Democratic policies.
Oh yeah, you did.
And now I live in California, and I'm still under those policies, and they think we don't see. And my problem really is, I always say it to my whole family, is like, for some reason, they think we so stupid. You know what I mean? They think we don't talk amongst themselves. They think we don't have intelligent people around us that can identify and hip us to what's going on. We might not catch on immediately, but we eventually catch on. We're not as slow as people may seem to think we are. And because they talk to us like we children, and that's the thing that bothers me so much. You know what I mean? That's why I stay on it and I follow these channels, because I can't even listen to them because you're talking to me like I'm a child. So I'm raising children. I don't even talk to my children like that. So how could I even listen to you or take you seriously? You know what I mean? But I just wanted to say shout out, salute, keep doing what you're doing. Dimitri, I don't know if I'm gonna say your name right. I apologize about that. But I love you, sister, too. Brother Phil, keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna support it 100%.
All right, brother. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, brother Lee, you up next.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
All right, peace, Black family, B1 Black family. So I decided to stay home and sit out because I'm not going to get in my vehicle and just like waste gas and just go vote for something I'm not going to get. So these Democrats nowadays pretend they are friends, and then they're just talking about, well, we support reparations, we support HR 40, and I see these other groups constantly getting things. I'm like, Democrats, why are y'all constantly getting other groups things? They don't even vote for, they don't even come out and vote for Democrat like that. And I see them getting intangibles and resources for their community. When it comes to us, they constantly giving us all these excuses, and that's a really insult to our intelligence. I'm not gonna vote for no party because no party do not support our interests. They always support immigrants, they always support other groups, and I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not gonna vote unless they say black in our agenda.
There you go. And hold on, Democrats, because I know you're watching. You heard what he said? Fix it. If you want the black vote, fix it. It's the only thing I can say. So you say
Right.
you said basically you said it out.
Right, I said it out because I understand they not for the black family. They always talking about, like, you know what Joe Biden said. Joe Biden said before, like, we supposed to support other groups in order to get something. I'm not support other groups because other groups don't support us at all. So why would support other groups they so have animosity against me? That don't make any sense.
Exactly.
You know?
Talk to you like
And
you're
so,
a child, disrespect you. Tiffany Cross told you to get in line and fall behind your women, like when you're supposed to be the leader in your own community. That's that disrespect that they do to us.
All right, they disrespected us like they really insulting our intelligence. I'm saying to myself, like, listen here, I understand because they keep on playing both sides, because both sides of those political parties play both sides of the argument. Like Republicans, the Republicans already made it clear they're not gonna do something for black people. The Democrat Party pretend they are friends, and then it's going around stabbing us in the back and support other groups, unfortunately. And then I say this is three types of I had to say this a lot. Unfortunately, it's three types of black people don't like getting us reparations at all. The old school, which is the boomer generation, they want to win along and get along to other groups. And you got the big wrenches and bed busts. They believe that reparations are forming interracial sexual assets. And you got the Tedder class. Unfortunately, you do got some Tedders out there believes like we don't work hard enough. Why y'all ends don't work
I
hard
would say
enough?
this: we don't want to go down that route. Let's just stick to the party. You know, stick to the election. We don't want to veer off because, like I said,
All right.
we don't need to focus our attention on those people. We need to focus our attention on the brothers and sisters who are on code, no matter where they come from throughout the world. So, brother, let me let you go, and I got to get another sister on.
Black first, brother.
All righty. Sister Ayinga, am I saying it right?
Yes, Yanganiguma, it's nice to meet you.
Where you from, sister?
Originally, I was born and raised in New York City. Me and my younger brother. My family's from Haiti.
Oh, Haiti. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I'm Haitian American.
Okay.
I decided to set out to vote this year.
Okay.
I had to because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't trust the candidates based on what I'm seeing recently. Last year, after I finally got my driver's license, I finally decided to leave the Democratic Party and become independent because I realized if I'm going to vote, I need to be able to vote my interest, not what everybody says about what the Democrats want or what they don't want. Because from what I'm seeing, the Democrats don't really have our interests like that the way I hope. Case in point, 2008, when I saw Barack Obama running for president, I'm thinking, oh my God, we finally have a black president. You would think a guy who is black and is running for presidency and got the presidency would do something for his people. That's what I thought when I voted for him. 2009, 2010, 2012, I don't see anything that he really done other than getting, what's his name? that one terrorist that was, I forgot his name. I'm sorry. But
well, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
We talking about Democrats.
Yes.
How did you feel watching your people at the border being treated that way, gaffing them up on horseback and grabbing them up? And how did you feel about watching your Haitian brothers and sisters be treated that way, but everybody else from Latin America just come on across?
You know, actually, I had a conversation with my mom the other day, and first thing we did is call my grandmom in Haiti and find out if she's okay. And it was just like, why? Okay, you're giving all that energy at my people that's coming from Haiti trying to cross the border, but where was that same energy for the other groups? Where's that same energy from the other groups? Or if you're gonna let the other groups of people come from different countries to your country, why not do the same from my people in Haiti?
Yeah, and the Western powers have just tried to obliterate Haiti just because they fought back and got free.
Yeah, but
that's like I said, that wasn't under Trump. That was under Biden.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I got a chance to look through Trump's past through what is it, the Donahue show. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but he said something along the lines, if I were to become president, I'd rather become a Republican president. And they say, why? Because Republicans are the most global people on this planet. And I'm just like, see, even Donald Trump knows how some of the Republicans could be. But what really got me was that Donald Trump, before he became president, he said what he was going to do, and he did just that after he became president. But then I hear some of the Democrats are saying, "Oh my God, look what Donald Trump did." I'm like, but he said that. Why are you so surprised? But
right.
what really bothered me the most is that Stacey Abrams,
who got her butt whipped.
My God. I said,
she got her butt whipped.
Listen, when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And she won herself a grand prize.
Yeah. I'm looking at it right now. 54% to 45.3%.
Yeah.
A 10-point margin.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. Also, I sent a tweet to you a couple days ago. I know you're not a big fan. I know you're not a fan at all of Roland Martin, but when Roland Martin, and I will admit, at one point I did follow him for a little bit, but then when I saw that one video about how King Randall schooled him down to the bone, and Roland was like, "Oh, you gotta vote Democrat no matter what." I'm just sitting there like, this guy's talking about doing for his own people and doing for himself, and he's still doubling down on what he said. Like, what are you upset about?
Oh, speaking of Roland, because Sister Demetra shared this with me earlier. So you remember Tiffany Cross got let go, by MSNBC?
I don't think I saw that one. No.
Okay, well she was let go by MSNBC, right? She had a weekend show. Roland was always on her show every weekend, just about. The sister would invite him up there to do all they, talk about the Democrats, right? Well, they let her go. Somebody actually came to him and say, "Hey, Roland, maybe you could bring her over to Black Star Network, and give us a show over there with you." He like, "No, black people need to get behind me so I can get some of this white ad dollars, so I can get $10 million a year, so I can have more shows." Like, it don't take $10 million a year to bring Tiffany Cross over to the Black Star Network.
Oh,
don't give me that.
That's really, honestly, I thought what I saw between him and King Randall was just really sad. But now that you mentioned this, it's just like, I'm done with Roland. I'm done.
I got to see his raging, because everybody was telling me he was raging over there tonight. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to see it.
It says we need to send him a box of tears that he's gonna need for a lifetime.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to send him some plane tickets to Africa somewhere so he can go relax after this. Because so Roland, maybe don't leave us too soon.
But yeah, I followed your show since you had the Advice Show channel.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, I know, but still, I've been a big fan of you ever since, and so is my mom.
Okay, awesome. Well, tell Mama I said hello.
Be with us because she's sleeping. She gotta get ready for work. But I will give you her regards when I.
All right, well, tell Mama I said hello and stay blessed.
I will. And Mr. Demetra, I love your show as well. All right, guys, have a good one, and thank you so much for letting me here.
All righty, thank you, sister. All right, Mr. Pirate Brain, you up?
Hey, how you doing? We finally meet. Yeah,
Wait, real quick. Mr. Pirate Brain is a longtime contributor and co-host on the Demetri K Show. So,
yeah, I've been watching Phil for a while too. We used to go around, and but we good. I've been watching your show for about 5 years now. Yeah, it's been about 5 years. Yeah, I never stopped. Yeah.
Okay.
We had our disagreements at times, but we good. Hey, and by the way, my first name is David. Just want to let y'all know. David, yeah, that's my name.
Okay. All right, brother David. Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, to give you a quick background, I used to work for TDCJ, used to work for the sheriff department, and I voted Democrat since I turned 18. I'm 61 years old, so I voted Democrat in Reagan's presidency. When Reagan became president, I voted Democrat from there. I left the country, went to Argentina for a while, came up. Well, the last 2 elections, I set out. I didn't vote. I didn't vote this one, and I didn't vote the one where Biden came in.
Okay.
Because I remember what he did in the 80s with us.
Yeah.
I remember. I'm old enough to remember. I had a lot of friends that got locked up.
Yeah.
So I know what he did to our community.
Yeah.
And I remember
you remember he alone created the single parenting epidemic in our community.
Exactly. He did that. I was old enough to remember, and it almost made me not vote for Obama. But I said, no, let me go ahead and give him a chance. But I did not vote for Biden the first time. I did not vote for Biden. I set out both of these elections, and I didn't get any misinformation. I'm old enough to remember what he did. No one had to tell me anything. I've been listening to what you guys have been saying, and I've been repeating it in other places. I'm always up in Demetri's chat and on the Field show when you're on there doing your things, and I express my opinions, and I'm glad that people are waking up. And see, I'm from Baltimore, and I grew up in the DMV, and when they had that rally for reparations, I watched the whole live stream of that, and I was so happy that so many people went to see it, and it I think it sent a message, it amplified a message to them that we're not playing with them. And tonight, they know we're not playing.
Yeah, let me check. Let me check right now. Let's see. Herschel 49.1, and then 88%, 48.9. The only thing they made the way they going, hopefully Herschel could pull ahead because they may have a runoff because of that. Because they have to have 51%. So yeah, that's what we looking at.
All I can say is run, Herschel, run.
There you go. All right, brother. I appreciate it.
All right.
All right. Take
care.
All right, Gary, you up next, brother.
Hi, brother Phil. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Gotta be honest with you, I got a couple of complaints, but they're good complaints.
Okay, go.
Bring back the Advice Show, man. I've been watching you since the Advice Show. We miss it. That was the OG. We got to bring it back.
Well, if you like that sort of thing, go watch those videos.
I know, man. I just missed the name. I was like, man, why you change it? That was the thing. That was the best name right there. It's like, that's how I knew. Like every day when I used to come home from high school, like Advice Show, I got to get my fix real quick.
Well, let me tell you something. Ever since I changed the name and we've been doing something different, it's grown faster and bigger and better ever since. So it was the right change. Sometimes God inspires me to do certain things, and I have to move when I first changed the name, I had 3,000 people unsubscribed from it that day. And I'm, say go ahead and go because we got bigger and better things to do. And it was the right move to make.
I got you.
All right.
I'm also trying to start another movement for you. I'm trying to start the Bringfield to Chicago movement.
Springfield to Chicago. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you need me to do in Chicago, brother?
Just need you, come do a quick tour, visit a couple of places, let
What
people
places
know.
do you think I should visit, brother?
Whatever you want in Chicago. Just come see the people.
You mean in Chicago in general?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what part of Chicago are you from?
I'm from the South Side. I live on Stony Island.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not that type of guy. I had to figure that out. I just had to figure that out logistically. I had to figure out I'm not from Chicago, so I don't know where to go, what to do, whatever.
You gotta make sure cross out your I's and T's before you come down.
Yeah. I'm not that kind of guy talking about, hey, I gotta go see O Block. I'm not that guy.
No. Let's not do that.
I'm not trying to go see O Block. I'm good. I can see O Block in Houston if I need to see it. I ain't gotta go out there.
Safe, brother. Let's keep it safe. But I just I want to appreciate you for everything that you've been doing.
Team. It's like, why he showing up with all them dudes and he showed up in the MRAP. Like, y'all want to start something? I got something for you. Oh man, I'm joking around. I'm joking, man. Some people say Phil said he would only come unless he has a tactical team. Whatever,
But I just appreciate everything you've been doing, and you got me into a whole bunch of other brothers like Brother Tariq and everybody else. So it's been real interesting over the years.
No, did you participate in the election?
No, sir. I kind of, when I watched one of your videos last year I had to think about it. Has Trump really done anything to me? Did Trump hurt me in any way? Am I worse in my life than I was before? I really thought I'm like, not really, but life's gotten worse since Biden got in office. Killing me with gas, trying to get to work. It's just been a rough few months now. And I can't take it no more. Democrats ain't do nothing for me, so I can't do nothing for them.
Lord. All right, brother. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Phil.
All right. This is Demetria. What you think about all these reports we getting? Because I'm gonna let maybe about a couple more on, and I'm gonna wrap this up because I'm going way over time for me.
I love it. I mean, it's nice to see the fruits of your labor sometimes. Because sometimes
just the fruits of our labor, Demetria. It's not just my labor; it's our labor.
The fruits of our labor, Donovan included. Because a lot of times when we do this, we don't really know the impact that we have. Sometimes we do get discouraged by certain things, but it's nice to hear people say, you know what, I'm listening. It may not be everybody that's listening, but I'm listening. And when I do my show, my thing is if I could just change one person's mind or give at least one person some information that they didn't have before for them to really think about, then I feel like I've done my job. So just hearing all these testimonies, it's amazing.
Yes. Let's bring up. I'm bring up. Let me see who I can bring up. Regine. I'm gonna bring up these. I'm gonna say these people are the last ones I'm gonna bring up, and this is gonna be okay. So everybody just kind of stay silent. I'm gonna go with Naomi first. Sister Naomi, you up? Gotta unmute yourself.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Hello. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy to be here. It is an honor. I want to give first all praises to the Most High. And I did vote in this election.
Okay.
I voted Republican. Why the gas?
Oh boy. This is rolling right here. Yeah. Roland is crying right now.
I voted Republican. Okay. And this is I voted for Trump on the last election because I seen the swindle that was going on in the election. And I seen the drop, like the stealing of the election. And I knew that if Biden was in office, that this country was going to go in shambles. And I was right. So this election, I'm pro-life. So of course, and I'm a vote for life. And the people that our people are just so like misinformed about everything, and it's a religion for us to vote Democrat. So my goal is to change the narrative of everything to make sure that we get what we deserve in this country. And I think that Republican is the way to go.
Can I ask you a question real quick? You said that seeing Biden really kind of woke you up a little bit to where you needed to go when you changed to Republican. I kind of had a question about the Biden thing. Did you notice that out of the 26 Democratic candidates for president, the one that ran out of money, the one that mismanaged his campaign, the one that was at the bottom of the Democratic polls was the one that was selected? Did that give you kind of a clue of where the country was going to go?
Are you referring to what candidate are you referring to?
Well, when Biden was selected, he was basically out of money. He was one of the worst candidates out of the 26.
Mm-hmm.
So did that give you a clue to vote Republican?
Oh, because I've already had history of his corruption from 1995, the Biden crime bill. So I already knew about him, and I was trying to wake my people up, family, because like you said, it's a religion for us to vote Democrat. So I was trying to wake us up, like, no, this is not the way to go. Of all people, why would you vote for Biden? You know, that's just following the masses, the media, you know? So my thing was like, it's still to this day, even to today, I have to fight with my family members about voting for the opposite, you know? And not just to let me get what I'm saying. Okay. So not just to vote because, oh, I don't like this candidate, but vote because this is the Democratic Party is completely not capable of giving us what we want, you know? And at least with Trump, he had the platinum plan, you know? The country wasn't like this. And he had a plan for us as Black people, you know? So that was my reason for voting. And on another thing, living in this society and watching my grandparents and my mothers and everybody vote for Democrat all of these years, it has never benefited us. And me, like the only one in my family, I'm from Texas. We always voted Democrat, and I always got backlash for voting for Republican for the last 5 years. I voted for Republican, you know, and nobody can never understand why I vote that way because they don't know politics. They only go by what the media say, you know. So I go with the candidate that most represents us, you know, like what Trump said, what do we have to lose? You know, we have nothing to lose. So why wouldn't we? You know, why wouldn't we switch? You know, because the Democrats haven't shown us anything.
All right. Well, sister, with that being said, yeah, I see that Astro shirt on. I see that. So you in Houston?
Yes, I'm in Houston, Texas.
Oh, okay. You Houston just like me. All right. Awesome. Well, you know what? Yeah, I appreciate you coming on the show. And like I said, you definitely changing that. See, when you up here talking, now they can't be talking about, oh, Black women, the backbone of the party, with the backbone leaving.
Yes, and I just want to say thank you, Uncle Phil, for all of the things that you're doing with this channel, and all of the people, my sister, you as well, my brothers. I really appreciate you guys. I promote you guys and I support you guys. I am an advocate for Black revolution, and I just want to say thank you for this channel. You know,
all right, sister. Well, greatly appreciate you.
In many ways.
All righty. Thank you. All right, Sister Regine, you up next.
Hi. I feel funny calling you Uncle Phil because I could be your auntie.
Well, you don't have to call me uncle. You just call me Phil. It's fine. Hey, I'm just Phil. There's no problem.
I'm 63 years old. I've been a Democrat all my life. Because I originally, my parents moved from Haiti
Okay.
in the 50s. So I was born in St. Louis and grew up in Chicago, St. Louis, Missouri. So my parents actually came before civil rights
Okay.
to this country. So, the Democrat thing was ingrained in us. I
Correct.
changed my 80-year-old aunt mine. She didn't vote. She said it out. She's been voting Democrat all her life, and she said, no, not this time. And I did vote, but I didn't vote. I mostly concentrated on my local politicians.
Okay.
And I did my research, on different people and saw what they were actually like, my local people, my
Right.
commissioners. Now, as far as the governor, I really didn't care for both of them. I think Charlie Crist is a has-been, okay?
Mhm.
He needs to move on. And I don't particularly agree with everything that DeSantis does, so I left that alone. And
Okay.
I'm not a Democrat anymore because after the last straw, because I worked on Obama's campaign, I was out there working for the Democrats and everything, but the last straw for me was the whipping and the border. The whipping and the border, my whole family that was Democrat, we all changed, on the voters card, we switched to no party affiliation. I have no party affiliation. So
So
when they
as a Haitian woman watching your people being beaten, gaffed up like something going on in antebellum slavery, and you knew it
Yeah,
was a Democrat Party that was participating in that. I mean, it just enraged you.
that hurt me. That hurt my soul. And because there's some
Right.
things that I didn't know. I just started watching your channel really this year.
Okay.
My kids got me into you because I was watching the CNN and all that, and I didn't like what I was hearing, so I had stopped watching the show. But I love what you guys are doing. You're doing an amazing, amazing job, and I've learned a lot. Okay, and I even didn't really know my own history as a Haitian descent. So I learned. So there's a Haitian guy that I listen to, but he speaks French. He's in Canada, and he educated me on why they treat us the way they do. And I didn't understand all that. So I was kind of I'm up now. Okay. I'm up
Oh, so
and
you speak Haitian Creole?
we parle Creole.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know
Parle
you spoke.
Creole. I speak
Oh,
French and I
French.
speak English.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I don't know much French. I know when I went to Paris, I just told people I say, oh, bonjour, je m'appelle Philippe. That's the only thing I could tell them. And they're
you're
like,
doing
oh,
good.
they'll say, oh, you speaking French, and I
You're
just say,
like,
I say,
no.
look, I know a little bit. I'm trying,
Well, most of the time people here, they tell me, they're like, oh, I didn't know you were Haitian because you ain't got no accent. So I didn't know you were Haitian,
Well, because you were
down here.
born,
I'm in
but
Miami.
you were born here, right?
Yeah, I was born in
Yeah,
St.
that's why
Louis,
you don't have an
Missouri.
accent.
Yeah, of course. My brother was born in Detroit, Michigan, and I was born in St. Louis, Missouri, because my dad, at the time, he was a physician and he had gotten a scholarship. He was working in the only Black hospital, Homer G. Phillip Hospital, which is closed now. That's where I was born in St. Louis. And my mom, they went through all that segregation, so they didn't buy into this Black American crap. We're all the same people. We all need to band together, okay, and do something, for our people. Because
Right.
like I tell, like the new Haitians just come, when they start talking that crap, I tell them, you know what? When the police is out there, they're not gonna say, oh, you Haitian, oh, you Jamaican. I'm not gonna shoot you, you're Black, okay? Get over it.
Yeah, you're in
So
the
I'm
land of
very
you're in the land
passionate
of
about that,
Babylon.
about my people.
Yes, ma'am. Well, all right.
Mhm.
Well, I thank you for coming up and definitely, God bless you.
And thank you, thank you, everyone on the panel. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All
Bye
right.
bye.
All right, let me see who was next. I think Brother Jerome.
Hey, how you doing, Brother Phil? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I hear you, Jerome.
Sister Demetria, how you
Hey,
doing?
Nubian. Yeah, you mean his mic. Okay, go ahead.
All right, Sister Demetria, how you doing? You good?
Nubian King, I had to mute your mic. Thank you.
Brother Phil, you caught you by surprise. You was talking to a colleague of mine from work. She used to work at JFK Airport. I'm in New York City.
Who's your
The
colleague?
The Haitian woman with the light
Oh, the
skinned Haitian
sister that
woman.
just came off.
Yeah, no, the other one, the other one.
Oh, the first sister was Haitian.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We worked together in JFK Airport for a couple of years.
Okay.
She's
Awesome.
very down to earth sister.
Awesome.
First of all, I've been following you since the Avari show days. We go
Okay.
way back, Phil.
Okay.
Of course, yes, I am not politically affiliated. I sat out the. Of course, I've been sitting out the election since 2012. Actually, I haven't voted since 2012. 10 years, and this propaganda machine where Stacey Abrams flipped Georgia, it has been proven to be 100% false because there's no way that it can't be true considering the fact that she took a ass whooping.
Yeah.
She took an
Yeah, hold on, let me
ass
put it back
whooping.
on the screen. Oh, yeah. Like I say, 53.8% Kemp, 45.5% Abrams, at 89% of the vote. Like I said, Warnock and Walker, they both tied at 49-0 apiece.
If Warnock loses to Herschel Walker, I'm going to drink to that. And I've been sober for over 10 years.
I hope Herschel can pull it off in the fourth quarter. Like, get that 51%, Herschel. Get that 51%.
Oh my goodness, run
We're gonna have to
Herschel
go do a runoff. And if Herschel got to do a runoff, we're gonna be talking about that too.
Well, Brother Phil, Demetria, I've been getting a lot of flack on Twitter from all these Sambos talking about, oh, you need to talk to your local politicians. You need to present them a bill. Jim Crow Joe Biden did not ask the Asians to write a bill. He came to the Asians and says, I got a bill coming up for you. He went to Georgia and told those Asians that bill was coming up. And within a month later, it was signed, stamped, and dated. Now, mind you, it's a bill that hurts black people even further. Remember, the Asian establishment is not in the white communities. That's a fact. I've been to a lot of white communities. I barely see Asian establishments, from hair dressing to food to even hair products. The whole 9 yards. They're not in the white communities.
Of course they're not.
For these
white folks like, you're not coming over here unless you're a certain type of white Asian.
Exactly.
The white Asians. They don't want them Filipinos and Cambodians, all them dark Asians. They don't want them flooding the neighborhood. That's like us flooding the neighborhood.
Especially them. There's a lot of colorism going on in the Asian community, but that's a whole different conversation.
That's
but this is the paradigm that black people are doing now. No tangibles, no vote. And the last thing I want to add, that what I saw in the reparations Friday this Saturday, was a beautiful sight to see. I cried, man.
Yeah,
I didn't cry
was
because
a beautiful thing to see. I agree with you, brother.
I didn't cry because I wasn't there. I cried because I seen all those brothers, those black men, in the thousands. Amazing, sir. Like I said before, I appreciate.
Well, brother, I appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate all the work you guys do. You guys take care, okay?
All right, brother. All right, brother O'Neill.
How y'all doing tonight?
How you doing, brother?
All right. I did go vote. It was mostly judges around here that we was voting for. Kelly, I didn't vote for him. He's a Republican, and he was a prosecutor, where I live. So I could never vote for a guy like that,
Okay.
seeing what he did. But my main concern about the Democratic Party is that the fact that they're telling everybody that the Republican Party are fascists, and really people don't know what fascism is. Mussolini described fascism as like big businesses and government merging together. That would be considered fascism in his eyes. And if anybody remember, when did the apocalypse started? It started after Hillary lost her, you know, when she lost to Trump, that's when, you know what I'm saying, they really started cracking down on social media and stuff like that. And after, you know, Biden sitting down with, you know, a lot of those Facebooks, Twitter and stuff like that, we see it getting worse and worse. And my biggest concern is about that, you know what I'm saying? I'm a big believer of the revelations and stuff like that. And by, you know, you see everybody now getting counseled for any little thing, even things that they don't do, they just make it up. You know what I'm saying? And then they cancel them one after one. And that's big business getting with government and merging together to squash any dissent of what they got going on. And it's mostly coming from the Democratic Party. So, you know, my fears is that one day we could be like China to the point where you don't have no voice or no say. We already don't have, you know, media, big media, only independent media, and they trying to squash that now to where you don't have any voice or you can't hear anything. The thing about Stacey Abrams that really concerned me about her when she was saying black men was being misinformed. Okay, what she's really saying is she don't want independent media talking about her record. You see AOC, she don't want anybody talking about her record. You know, the Democrats are not going to do anything for you, and they not trying to do anything for you. So what else can they do is to stop the people who's educating you about what they're doing. And that's real scary to me because I don't want to wake up to a world where, you know, you're not allowed to speak your free voice. And Democratic Party is the party that's doing it because they the only party that promise people stuff and they don't follow through with it. So once they don't follow through with it, what they really want you to do is to go to sleep. And you can't go to sleep if you got independent media, if you got social media alerting you and waking you up to the things that they are doing. So, you know, that kind of what scares me the most. And that's the reason why I haven't voted for a Democrat since Barack Obama's first term. I've been voting Green Party.
Okay.
We didn't have anybody Green Party running down here in Mississippi this time. So, you know, that's my real, you know what I'm saying, worry about a Democratic Party is the fact they are becoming the fascist party.
Basically, they're the party of censorship. That's why they're so pissed off about Elon Musk right now. They're so pissed off about Elon Musk right now with Twitter. Oh Lord, they pissed. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
And
all right, brother, I appreciate you.
Worse.
All right, brother, I
Thank you.
appreciate you. All right, let me see. We got just two more people. We got hold on, what's his brother's name? Let me see. Namir.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
How you doing?
Doing good, man. I've been watching y'all for a long time. I've been watching y'all since you did the videos where you had the screen behind you, like you were sitting in your chair, you had the screen behind you a long time.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
I've been watching ever since then.
Man, that's been a hot minute.
Yeah. My favorite video was when you went back and forth with Bernie Tree. You had
yeah. Uh-huh.
That one was my favorite. Y'all going back and forth with each other.
Oh yeah.
Stream cut out.
Yeah. That was her stream, wasn't mine. I wasn't cutting her off. It was actually pretty good back and forth for me.
Yeah. But the election, I want to say I'm excited about the elections, man, because I've been waiting, you know, for people to wake up. The thing that broke me with the Democrats was when Joe Biden said you ain't black if you don't vote for him, something like that. And I'm like, and people still went out and voted for him. I couldn't believe that. Because I like, how you gonna let a 70-year-old white dude take your black card because he didn't vote for you? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
That's funny. That's actually funny.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I'm excited about the elections. One thing I was disappointed about was the Maryland one, because that's where I live.
That dude, the fish fry. Yeah, that Moore dude. I said, oh Lord, Coming to a Maryland near you is a big flood of illegal immigration.
Man, I've been wanting to get out of the state, man. I'm trying to go down to Houston with y'all and all those places.
Yeah, man. Well, shoot, you know, I mean, Sister Demetria could tell you about Houston. This is what I tell people about Houston. You'll come down here. Don't stay in the city of Houston. Stay in the cities around Houston. Trust me, because those cities around Houston, you literally right there in Houston anyway. That's what I tell people. So if you will come down here, you know, Galveston County, Fort Bend County, Brazoria, what's the other counties? I'm trying to think. But that's what I believe in, just staying around it. Because I won't stay in Harris County. You can't get me to do it. But you know, that's a conversation of a different day. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited about the elections, man. And I'm really hoping that Walker wins, because that debate that he did with Warnock was embarrassing.
Well, just real quick, Val Demings got her butt whipped for the Senate. She should have stayed in the House.
Earlier.
Jesus. She got her butt whipped. Let me go back to Georgia here. Let's see where we at. 89% of the vote. They tied up. They're tied up. Put it back on the screen. Yeah, they tied up. 49-49. All right, young brother. I appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate me having on the show.
All righty. And last but not least, Nubian King.
Shalom, my son Kim. How you doing, great brother?
I'm doing good.
Is my audio okay? You said you had to mute it out earlier.
Yeah, because when people are talking, I was hearing all that extra stuff in the background.
Okay. Just want to say thank you very much for allowing me to speak. I'm your brother from Israel, and I set out the election here in Israel and America because, you know, we can vote from over here. I just got a little simple thing is that none of those bandits changed my paycheck. My paycheck changed according to what I do. Mm-hmm. You know, so it don't make no difference. It's Bush, Cheney, Carter, Reagan, Obama, Netanyahu, none of them, you know. And so voting for me is just based on that, you know, because when they government officials, you know, talking about they normalizing ties and, you know, all of that business is done for their benefit. You know, none of that changes my paycheck. Whether I'm in Israel working or wherever. I'm born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia, but I've lived in Israel for the past 40 years.
Oh, okay.
And great brother Phil, if you look at me and look at yourself, you look like you could be my little brother, being from Texas. And then, you know, when I heard you speak to somebody, you were speaking on the air, and you said, I'm going to let him explain it to you. This and him, well, hold on there, I'm going to let him explain it to you. I said, that's my brother right there, because I say the word the same way. Instead of explain, I say explain too. And so, you know, your genuineness has attracted me over. And yes, I bought membership on your show. I want to ask you a question, right? You're welcome. And I keep doing that. I want to ask you a quick question. I've commented several times on your, you know, show, but I've gotten someone, I don't know if it's you, but have you ever sent me?
It's not
okay.
Me.
I didn't think it was.
I don't send my number to nobody.
Right.
Anybody that's going to contact you for me is going to be Brother Kellen. I don't contact anybody personally for the most part. It's rare if I contact somebody personally. That's a troll.
Yeah, when I look it up, you know, go and look up the numbers from some weird state. But nevertheless, I really appreciate, you know, your energy, what you do, your focus and everything. I was over there with Roland for a minute until he began to get real offensive. And, you know, to tell people, you know, let me say this because y'all don't know. Roland is very, very offensive to an intelligent brother like me. You know, I've been out of America for 40 years. I done lived in Africa. I done lived in the Middle East. I speak 3 languages. I've been vegan for 42 years, even though I'm a big brother, you know. And you can't come at me like this. You know, I studied the Hebrew Bible in Jerusalem 7 years, the English Bible. So, you know, I take offense when somebody speak the way Roland does. And then, you know, I came to your channel and, you know, you talking like a brother, you know, and they call you Uncle Phil. I'm 61 with 6 children, 2 grandchildren. I don't mind calling you Uncle Phil. I see you
Nah,
like
nah,
that.
nah, brother. You ain't gotta
You know,
call
little
me
brother.
that. You
You
too.
know,
Nah, I gotta call you on.
you know, I see you like family. You know,
Yeah.
I don't have any plans right now of returning back to America on the table. But when I finish this contract, I am going to be doing some more traveling.
Okay.
The thing about you and telling people to go, the brothers to get to the continent, I'm so glad to be able to tell you to your face, brother. I'm 100,000% with that because I done lived in these different countries. Matter of fact, the sister that I'm going to marry, she's Filipino.
Okay.
And see, I had to deal with that because, you know, I'm a Hebrew. You know, I studied in Jerusalem 7 years, and I was anointed a Hebrew priest.
Okay.
And so I came up out of Atlanta, you know, with the back in the 60s, you know, the Nation of Islam, and we did all that like that. I was in them riots out there, and so as a young boy, and so for me, you know, I was all just black, you know, super, you know, and the Filipino girl, you understand, I dated, you know, a few African sisters when I was on the continent. I have absolutely nothing negative to say, you know, about my sisters, my people. It's just where my spirit is at now. This young lady is perfect for my spirit.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? And if I can, my Nubian King Phil, I know this is your show, but I do have a Facebook page that's named Nubian King. You punch it in, you'll see my face.
Oh,
But
okay, brother. Well, you know, brother, I appreciate you. You know, because like we got to wrap it up, and
Yeah.
I thank you very much for coming on, and you stay blessed out there in Israel.
you keep it up, bro. Stay strong. Appreciate
All right.
you. Demetrius,
All right.
stay strong, sister.
Demetria.
See, I told you I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm Atlanta, don't pay you
Demetrius, that's a dude name.
What's your name, sister? Demetrius?
Demetra, but y'all can call me D for short, but Demetra.
Demetra.
Yes.
I got you. Demetra. Okay.
All right, brother.
Thank you.
All right. You got you a new name, Demetria.
Well, I got to say this, great show. I am so proud of our people tonight to stand up for the Democratic Party and send a message. And if this does not show them to stop taking us for granted, I don't know what will. We have another 2 years coming up. They're going to have to reset and refocus. And we're going to see what they're going to do tomorrow and what the excuses are for why they showed so poorly tonight.
Yeah, and everybody come after me, I'm gonna say Demetra is my inspiration. So that's why. So blame her. Oh boy, Lord, it's gonna be funny. Y'all tell me about Rolling. Now I'm so curious to go see him raging. It's just that's comedy gold for me. Oh, it's so much comedy gold. Demetra, you want to say something? We wrap up.
Yeah, I just want to say, you know, looking at Herschel Walker and Ralph Warnock's race. That to me is a clear indication that Black people have awakened there in Georgia and just really rethinking their choices. Now we know Herschel Walker is not optimal for a whole lot of things, you know, but I think it's really a referendum on the Democratic Party that they would have, you know, I don't know, he may not win, but the fact that he gave Ralph Warnock a run for his money, that had a lot to do with us and everybody in the comment section really just waking up and exploring new thought processes. But I would also say this, as Donovan said, a lot of these seats are only 2 years. So this is not a time to get complacent and say, oh, well, our job is done. No, we keep on the gas. We keep waking people up and we keep letting them know until the Democrats who benefit the most from our votes wake up and do specifically, not this all-inclusive thing like a buffet, until they do specifically for Black people, then we're going to keep on the gas and we're going to keep protesting, not voting, or whatever it is we need to do until they say, all right, y'all won. Well, what do y'all want? So that's all I got to say. And thank y'all so much for being here. I know it's late, but you guys came here to have a conversation with us. So thank you so much.
Yeah. So the Sister Mika, if you got to go, I definitely understand. Donovan, you want to say something for you wrap up here?
Oh
I want to
yeah.
get a comment.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna keep it nice and short because you guys, it's been late. It's been great coming on the show. Thank you guys for inviting me. Again, check your local elections. That's really, really important, of your city council, your judges, and things like that. Again, these elections are every 2 years, and a midterm is a referendum on the new administration when it comes into office, if we're heading in the right direction. And obviously for Black people, this administration is not delivering the tangibles and doing it what we want them to do. But we can't just stop and say, whoo, we're done. We've got to continue to keep the pressure on, and eventually down the road, I kind of feel like, you remember when Obama came into office and there was like this big swing and everybody was kind of like, oh my God, this is something totally new and stuff like this. That's what the feeling that I have, and that's what we got to continue. So great show tonight. Again, I'm very proud of our people who have woke up. And do us a favor, share this on your platform, like, share, and subscribe. We really appreciate that, and let's continue to get this message out and wake people up.
Yeah, I'm looking at this thing real quick. I don't know if y'all can see it. All of a sudden, Warnock gets ahead 49.3 and Walker is 48.6. All night, Walker been leading, and then all of a sudden that happens.
With 95% of the vote in.
Yeah, if it ends right there, it'll still be a runoff.
Yeah, somebody has to get 51% of the vote at least for them to say, hey, it's me.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, like I said, thank y'all for coming on. I'm gonna address this comment real quick. So I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. When I voted, I saw two people they had to tell the poll workers that they were going to cast their ballots themselves because they were trying to take the paper to do it for them. Oh, okay. Sound like they were trying to do some cheating, huh? Interesting. All right. Well, we will end this broadcast. Thank you, everybody, for listening, and we'll see you on the next one.